tu sei, ama tu bella vorrei, ama tutta potezza meglio di boga, ama cata farei, c'era ancora, oh ma tu decidi ma, oh se mamma, oh vorrei, oh mamma. Idolei amarra tu sei amorata messa con la faccia metà meglio da ma fatto te.
Yo, what up? My bad, it's probably clipping hella hard, right? Yo, I'm so sorry. Yo, what's up, Simply Hideo? What's up, Skyer? Good to see you. Yo, was the audio just like absolutely just clipping? Because I do a funny thing with my Spotify setup, so it... I'm so sorry. I know I'm laughing, but I don't know. I just sounded crazy. But yo, dude, thanks for being here before it even started. So you're wild, dude. Oh, didn't clip too bad? Okay, cool, Sky. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, that's comedy. I didn't even notice. Okay, yeah, and well, maybe that's the power of OBS then, because OBS is supposed to like balance the audio for me. But I do a special thing to like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I was waiting. Okay, hell yeah, dude, I'm glad. But real quick, Austin, good to see you too. How you doing, man? What's up, man? You see the halftime show? No, I haven't. I've been at the gym all day, and I don't have cable, so I haven't been able to watch it. But my plan was to watch the Bad Bunny halftime on YouTube when they upload it. So yeah. But did you see it? What'd you think, Austin? How was it? It was nice, dude. I wish. Roses, good to see you. How you doing, Roses? Thanks for stopping by. What are we doing? I think we're good. Let me make sure there's nothing else I forgot to do. I have like a 20-step checklist to like start every stream, and I just want to make sure nothing else is clipping. Like, you know what I mean? That's comedy. Cool. Yeah, that's everything. And yo, King, dude, good to see you. How you doing, King? Good to see you again. How you been? How's your Sunday? Austin said it was amazing. Oh, dude, I can't wait to watch it on YouTube. I cannot wait to be so sick. And then Rosa says, since my brother's a fan of Bad Bunny, I shamelessly tuned in and I was impressed. Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be dope. Like, honestly, like, put some respect on my man's name. Bad Bunny kind of lit. I don't know if it's super random, but I have a homie named Paulo that's a bartender at the place I used to do the shows at, High Tide. And they used to stream too. I should ask him to come on sometime. But what's it called? Yeah, they like put me on a Bad Bunny. They're like, dude, like even if you aren't like into like like that much Latin music, like it's just a good album. And I listened to it and I was like, yeah, like, the new Bad Bunny album, the one with like the chairs, is like, it's really good. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can like I don't know, I can respect Bad Bunny, even though I don't have them in my rotation. Like I can respect that Bad Bunny is like an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? Like they just got it. But yeah, how's everybody? How's your Sunday? Rosa says, me too. Hell yeah, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, how's everybody's Sunday? Everyone having a good Super Bowl, a superb owl, the big game, however you reference it. Cool. All right, we got trying to make sure I did everything. Everything's running. I think we're good. Heck yeah. But yo, Evan, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? How's your Sunday going? But yeah. So I guess to get things started. Oh, I have to put on Carmex. My lips are dry. Do you think it's like an awkward thing to put your Carmex on? Because sometimes I'll like deadass just be talking to a friend, and like, just a very platonic, mutual, wholesome friend. And mid-conversation, I'll be like, my lips are dry, start putting on Carmex. And I'm like, I don't know if that's like a weird thing to be like eye to eye conversation, just like you start rubbing your lips. I don't know. But we'll do a Jermaine. Let me catch up on chat. Skyr says, I've spent the day drawing Bird Girl and listening to the same album on repeat. Oh, sick, dude. Skyr, that sounds like a good ass Sunday, man. Hell yeah. And what kind of Bird Girl? Is it like a specific one? Or is it just like a Bird Girl in general? Like, you know, the I'm trying to think of a good one. Like Harpies. You remember Harpies from Yu-Gi-Oh? Like that kind, or what's up? Yeah, Simply Deo says, slept through the afternoon, now watching the game, still on another monitor, so pretty good and chill. Oh, sick, dude. Well, I'm glad to hear the, what's it called? I'm on, you know, you got Super Bowl on one screen. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. Hell yeah. And then Roses says, it's been a few rough days over my sickness, but I'm doing better. Yeah, I remember last time you were sick. I'm glad to hear you're doing better though, Roses. Thanks for, thanks for, you know, stopping by still. But I'm glad to hear you're doing a little bit better. So yeah. Oh, and Evan real quick asked, doing good. How about you? I'm doing good, dude. I just went to the gym earlier. I could already tell I'm gonna be super hungry by the end of this. But yeah, so I'm starting to already feel a little hungry. But you know, I got me some little beverages and stuff. I might grab me a snack. But I'm really thinking about buying that CD. Oh, sick. What album would you recommend? I mean, you could always do the Monster Zero, dude. As long as you're cool to cover the shipping and handling, I can send that to you right now, actually, Evan. Or I just dropped literally this album. Like today is the last day you can get it on sale. Is the Destroy All Monsters New Game Plus edition, and it has like 2 of my like top songs on Spotify on it, plus like 2 unreleased tracks. So yeah, I'd say either of those 2. They're both on. Like if you put like go to my bio on Instagram, and then you click the link Groovy Kaiju. It's like the first 2 links. So the first link would be this one, and then the second link's the Monster State Zero, the one you've probably already seen. But yeah, thanks for wanting to support, Evan. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, dog. But real quick, Jermaine's doing good, as usual. Our plant Jermaine. Yeah, as you could tell, like I say it every time, but yeah, like this whole Jermaine has a whole new leaf. It's like all the way developed now. This one. So yeah, Jermaine's just absolutely loving life. I've never seen. Yeah, I need to look up like what a full-grown this looks like. Like, is it gonna become a whole tree? It looks like it could be a whole tree if it wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And Simply Dale says, well, I mean, I wouldn't look someone in the eyes while I'm applying lip balm, but nah, it's normal. Okay, cool. I'm glad, dude. Yeah, because what's it called? I don't know. I don't know if I'm mid-conversation. I'm like, yeah, you know, okay. Maybe the move is, yeah, because I just didn't know what was like the socially appropriate thing to do. You know what I mean? So yeah. I just think it's kind of funny. But Skyr says their Bird Girl they're drawing does not have a name yet. Okay, sick. Well, if, what's it called? When you got a name, let us know. Or if you need help naming, be happy to help provide some names. But yeah, Skyr, that's sick though. And Rosa says, "Wow, nice." Yeah, I'm so proud of Jermaine. And Rosa says, from when I look up, these muddy trees get pretty big. So yeah, Rosa. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know you mentioned we're gonna get a bigger pot. And that's my plan. I'm gonna move on, like, actually, like for real, move like this desk. Gonna move this on Wednesday. All these like fold-out tables. This is all going on Wednesday. I'm gonna have my buddy help out. So after I move, I'll probably spend Thursday, Friday. I'll go to a Home Depot and get me a bigger. What's it called? No, I'm trying to say, yeah, a bigger pot. I don't know why I struggled with got the name. But Evan says, might have to get both then. Hey, for sure, dude. Hell yeah. If you want to grab both, it's kind of a little goofy. But what I would recommend, Evan, is to get like the best price. You'd want to go through the what's it called? Monster Tape Zero free plus shipping thing. Get all the CDs you want from that. And then before you check out, then add this CD to your cart. Afterwards manually. It would be like a whole thing. Or you could just, I don't know, if you buy it twice, I'll give you extra stickers or something. Or I'll throw out another CD for you if you just make 2 separate orders and I can combine them on my end. I don't know, whatever works for you. So yeah, Evan, thank you. I appreciate you wanting to support though. Hell yeah. And Simply Dale says, dang, yeah, Jermaine's just growing, dude. Jermaine was like, I came to Earth to grow. That is my life purpose. So yeah. And King says, give him a death stare while you're applying lip balm, just angry. I wouldn't know what to do if someone did that to me. So yeah. And yo, Zaku, dude! That fool said a full grown this. Yeah. I struggle. I don't know. Sometimes I'd be struggling with my words. I'd just be like, yeah, you know, thing and the thing. So yeah. But what's it called? Zaku, how was Takeo Nuki, dude? And how was your show too beforehand? I want to hear, Zaku, if you got a second, I need the Takeo Nuki review, and I want to hear how your show went. Just like maybe like 2-3 sentences, whatever works for you, because I know it's like Twitch chat, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, and then these are just the Destroy Monsters orders. Thank you. I wrote notes for everyone, so this is you, and you haven't already got a tracking link. We're gonna pack them right now, and thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And Skyer, since you asked last time, we now are officially down to like the last 2 boxes of vinyl. So I even put it in the little thing below, right here. The thing below right here. That there should be, if I counted correctly, there's like 30 vinyl left out of the 100. So we sold about 70, dude. So yeah. So I'm super thankful because it's just the first week, you know what I mean? So yeah. And Zaku says Takeo Nuki was cool. Yeah, dude, I've been on the City Pop subreddit and it looks super dope. And the real question is, Zaku, if you know, you're not supposed to compare, but how was Henri compared to Takeo Nuki? Because if I may, the little videos I've been seeing, I think Henri kind of crushed it. She came out with the hat, you know what I mean? And she was like, you know what I mean? Henri was ready to get down. Whereas Takeo Nuki seemed more like a jazz show, which I would have been into. But Henri was like, bro, we were having a party. And Zaku says our show was whatever. Okay, damn. Well, I mean, whatever's not bad. I was hoping to hear it was gonna go amazing though. Cause yeah, Brandon at High Tide was always like, bro, day parties are like underrated. So I was curious to see if that would work out. So yeah. I took too big of a hit. The motherfucking Gatorade. All right, there we go. We're good. You have a buddy named Eddie, and anytime he'd ever like, you know, someone would go down the wrong pipe, or you know, just like eating food or drinking something, he'd be like, "Fuck, dude, I took too big of a hit." She's like coughing, dying. Shit's always funny. But yeah, actually, you know, I've been like, speaking of friends and stuff. Oh, what flavor of Gatorade is my favorite, Roses? I think orange. No, actually, it's lemon lime. It's the OG. What's it called? The OG motherfucking like yellow. You know what I mean? Like the Gatorade flavor. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's my favorite, Roses. I know that's like. What about yours? What's your favorite? I know blue's also really popular. So yeah. And Zaku says, well, I guess real quick, Zaku, just because Lane says it's getting late. What's up, Lane? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? And yo, the vinyl just came in yesterday, and I'm gonna be playing on my record player tomorrow since it's getting pretty late. Dude, I'm so glad to hear it made it safe and sound. Did it come in safe and sound? Does it look all good and everything? I'm like, you know what I mean? But thanks again for grabbing it, dude. And I hope you got the note I wrote for you and everything, and all the extra goodies and stuff put in for you. So yeah, dude, I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy listening to it tomorrow, Lane. Real quick, Zaku says nobody in LA fucks with us, so we don't get people coming up to our shit anymore. Oh damn, dude. Well, I mean, like, you know, maybe I hate to be like, yeah. Well, it's a bummer. I don't know. Next time when we call on the phone, we'll talk about it. Because I'd be curious to hear more details, or you know what I mean. I don't want to. I'd be curious to hear more details. But Rosa says cucumber lime. I don't think I've ever had cucumber lime. But red and blue? Yeah, red is hella dank. Blue, I'm like, okay. But Skyer says cucumber lime represent. Hey, yeah. And Simply Dio says Glacier Bangs. I haven't had that lemon lime in so long. Yeah, I know lemon lime. Every time I drink it too, I feel like I'm drinking like electricity. If that makes sense. Like I feel like I'm drinking like lightning. Because like the way it just stings is kind of weird. But after the first few sips, you're like, oh, this is dank. Yeah, I don't know if it's a wild way to describe it, but yeah, lightning in a bottle. Yeah, literally, dude. But Lane says everything looks beautiful. All the stuff added to don't look too damaged at all. Okay, cool. Yeah, because what's it called? I just want to, I've been trying to like figure out how much is like the bubble wrap inside the vinyl mailer helping. Because I had a suspicion that like maybe it's like too much like bubble wrap in there might be like affecting the jacket or like the sleeve or something. But okay, I'm glad to hear that it all came in perfect, because I had some people, or had someone in the past recently that was like, bro, why'd you put so much bubble wrap? And I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So cool. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, Lane, and I'm glad to hear that's all, looking good and all looking beautiful. I'm so stoked for you to hear it, dude, because VTech on vinyl sounds crazy. If I may. So yeah. But Zaku says, man, I don't care. All right, yeah, dude. I know, but yeah, there's so much LA lore to like get into. I wouldn't want to like just, like the amount of lore we'd have to talk about to everyone watching right now would be wild. Like some of this goes back to like 2020, dude. Like 6 years of lore. You know what I mean? If you think about it, to like have everyone be included. What's going on? But Plummy, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Vinyl came in yesterday. Hell yeah. Jam both sides already. Thank you for the extra goodies. Hey, dude, I'm glad to hear. What do you think of the vinyl? Do you think the vinyl master is sounding different? Are you like hyped on the way the vinyl came out sound wise? And what do you think of the spiral effect, Plummy? I don't know. I'm so hyped on how good the spiral came out. But thanks for jamming both sides already, and you're welcome for the extra goodies, dude. I appreciate the support, and that's why I sent them, because I just want to be like, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, Plummy. All right, cool. It might be time for a new marker. But Zaku says Takeo was cool. Her and Henry play different kinds of music, and Takeo's older, so I mean, yeah, Henry, yeah. Autocorrect, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Takeo's a bit older, which is why I think it felt a little bit more like a jazz show. I mean, I wasn't there, so what do I know? But just from the videos I watched, yeah, not that I'm complaining. But like, I don't know, I just think it's funny because, Zaku, like, even just from watching Henri, it seemed like she was so confused by like how hyped we were on her music. Because, this like, if I'm not mistaken, this is like the first time they've been playing to like, like a younger LA crowd. So they're probably like, why is our music from the 80s like popping off 40 years later? You know what I mean? And like, Henri looked confused that everyone was like partying to her music. If that makes sense. At least that's the vibe I got from like looking as she was performing, you know what I mean? So, but I think, to your point, like Henri makes more music that's more like open to that, whereas Takeo and Nuki. Yeah, but it was sick too. I heard everyone like doing the, Lord, give me one more chance. That shit was sick. I don't know, I was watching videos like, fuck, I wish I was there, dude. The FOMO, dude. Motherfucking FOMO, dude. But yeah. But yeah, what else I want to tell y'all about today? Actually, one thing I've been wanting to tell you, I keep forgetting, but it's kind of a funny joke. It's kind of funny joke. But I was talking to a buddy of mine. Oh, real quick, Plummy says, sounds amazing and that color stands out for real. I love it. Your vinyl's the first record I got signed by an artist. Hey, so glad to hear, Plummy, yeah. Well, dude, I'm glad to hear that I could be the first signed record in your collection. That's what's up. And dude, I'm glad to hear like everything sounds great on it. Hell yeah. Thanks for letting me know, and again, thanks for grabbing it, dude. I appreciate it, Plummy. But okay, we gotta get rid of this marker because it's dead. Yo, Voidship! Oh yeah! It's funny, Voidship. Right as you walked over, I came over to where I put the stickers. So everybody, Voidship's here now. So Voidstrom sent me some stickers. Is there anything personally on it? I don't think so. Yeah, so they sent me a letter with some stickers, and like you can maybe, but that's my business address, so it's fine. And what's cool though is they put a V. So I told Voidstrom I want to open this up on stream, but they put like a V letter stamp. So I have to make sure I'm in frame. But thanks for sending these over, Voidstrom. How does the stamp emblem work, dude? Hey, hey, oh, dude, the little sticker thing is like, that's cool. Is it like actual wax, dude? I know I'm tripping on this thing. The thing. And simply does this, ooh, and Rose just scared me for a sec. I thought you accidentally knocked yourself out. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I have like a business mailbox. So, I mean, you would know within like a 3-mile radius where I live, but you know, I mean, Phoenix is like a big place. So yeah, but yeah, I like business mailboxes a lot because it helps for like this, but also like if I ship over like vinyl and stuff, if I'm not home, I don't have to worry about like, you know, there's someone there to like actually grab it and stuff. So yeah. And Voidstrom says, of course, dude, I'm so stoked. It's just a sticker, lol, peel it. Yeah, I got you. I peeled it off. It's a wild sticker. I've never seen like a sticker that was like, you know, like 3D, if that makes sense. But, oh, hell yeah, I got the Goofy, dude. Dude, honestly, This is sick. So I'll show them all off. So I got the Voidstrom Goofy. Thank you, Voidstrom. I appreciate it. And then, I've been loving this, dude. Oh, thank you, Josh.
Order from Josh.
If you're watching, Josh, let me know. I'll pack it right now. Hell yeah. But I'm waiting for it to go away so I can. Dude, I've been loving this one. It's like super vapor wavy, but I like how it's like in your style, if that makes sense. It's like very much you, Voidstrom. So hell yeah. Oh, dude, you put your motherfucking Instagram on the back? Dude, you're so professional, dude. Hell yeah. And I really love I've been seeing like all these on your page pretty much, no? Yeah, you really gotta become a tattoo artist, man. We have got the burger wizard, burger wolf wizard from Voidstrom. Thank you, Voidstrom. I appreciate it, dog. Is it Bobby Hill? So we got Bobby Hill as a jester. Hell yeah, Voidstrom. Thank you, dog. Yeah, Voidstrom just sent me these because they were like, bro, let me see some stickers. And I was like, hell yeah. And then this hella reminds me of what's it called? The one song by Flying Lotus. Zodiac something. But hell yeah, it looks like something from that music video. But yeah, dude, thank you, Voidstrom. I hella appreciate it, dog. I know, roses, these are amazing. I know, right? Voidstrom's killing it. Dude, what's the Flying Lotus? Zodiac shit. That's literally the name of the song. But yeah, this reminds me of Flying Lotus's Zodiac shit music video. Like very Adult Swim. Hell yeah, dude. And Voidstrom says, I love that one. Yes, man, the head was made with all dots and no lines. Oh, wow. That's wild. Oh, yeah, it is totally all dots. Whoa. Whoa. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't show up on this, but yeah, this one it did like dot shading. That's sick, dude. 8 hours of dots, dude, I could imagine. And I'm glad you like them. Thank you, dude. Thank you for sending them over. I appreciate it. 8 hours of dots. Haha. Yeah, dude. If you get the chance to, I know I've been like mega busy. I'm so sorry, but next time we talk, send me like your Venmo or something. I'll send you like $5 to be like, yo, thank you. I know you didn't ask for anything, but I want to at least send you $5, man. Please. You know what I mean? $1 per sticker, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'll send you like $5, man. That's cool. Please let me. And I'm moving, so I'm gonna leave these right here, if you don't mind. And then, or actually, I could put them somewhere. Where can I put them? I don't know. Voidstrom, I'm sorry, I'm moving, dude. I would put them somewhere so you can see them right now, but as you can see, even all the stuff you've given me right here, I've already packed up and moved to the new place. So here, I already put them in a box and everything. Where can I put them where to be safe? I'll put them. I think this is probably the best place. Because then these are like all my postcards and stuff that I use for different things. There we go. And this, I don't know why I'm doing it. All right, there we go. We'll put it in here because these are like, you know, a bunch of like demo CDs and stuff. So yeah. And Voice says, also thank you. You hooked it up with the stickers when I grabbed the vinyl. Consider a sticker trade. Okay. Hey, I'm cool. I'm cool. Consider it a trade, man. Hell yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think last stream too, I was telling everybody, I was like, yeah, Voice really on the art trades. I gotta get on that, dude. Are we talking about that? I remember Roses chimed in on it, and we were talking about that, about like just trading. We gotta go back to like trade economies. And then oh, Wisham says, yo, Roses, you should get some stickers. I'll send you some. That's cool. Hell yeah. But sick. But yeah, thanks again, Wisham. I appreciate it, dog. But so yeah. So the first thing I want to bring up with y'all, just, you know, hanging out, telling stories, having a good time, was... Oh wait, actually, let me pull up their shipping label so I don't forget. There we go, boom. So I was talking to a buddy of mine, and Voisham says, of course, hope next move goes smooth. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna do the actual move on Wednesday. So yeah, so there won't be a stream on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and we're gonna start. I decided to do Tuesday, Sundays going forward. So pretty much no streams next week, but then the week after we'll pick back up on Tuesday, and then yeah, just because I'm moving, so I want to like lock in on getting Jermaine a pop, making the studio look nice in my new place and all that. So yeah. But yeah, I was talking to a friend recently about like just like finance stuff, because they were like getting super into what's it called, like personal finance stuff, right? And what's funny is that they were like, oh, I want to get a financial advisor, and like I have a friend, and she has like a financial advisor, and she's like, oh, he's so good, yada yada yada. And she happened to mention, I was like, oh, he's Egyptian, and I was like, oh, you know, he must be really good then, because I'm not mistaken, they invented money, because you know Egypt is like the first society ever. So I was like, yes, they know finances since the beginning of human civilization. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a funny thing that happened when I was talking to somebody the other day. They were like, Lamau, they really did invent money. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you go to a restaurant. It's like, bro, I go to a restaurant, like a Mexican food place. Like, bro, nah, it looks better when like you know, people of the culture, they're the ones actually cooking it, because like they invented it. You know what I'm saying? So like a financial advisor who's Egyptian is like, dang, they invented money, dude. I don't know. Oh, I hope that's funny. and okay, cool. Roses and Voisham got it figured out. Hell yeah. And Voisham says, I wish I could invent money that doesn't leave my pocket, dude. I mean, for real, same. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What's the last thing I bought? I think the last thing I did is I don't know. I had to cut back oh, Simply Dale. Wait, I stepped away. I missed stickers. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'll show them again real quick. But yeah, I really like been good at like, in terms of like spending money, Voisham, I've like really reduced a lot of my spending a lot. But now that things are starting to look a little bit better, I'm starting to like let myself go out and be like, you know what, I can buy Burger King today. Yeah, I can get something out the value menu today. So yeah. But Simply Dale, yeah, Voisham sent some stickers over to me. They got like this super sick vaporwave looking one. They got this like Flying Lotus looking one.
New merch order from Alex.
Hey, thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. If you're watching, let me know and I'll pack it right now. Oh yeah, like Adult Swim Flying Lotus type looking one. And then is this Bobby Hill as like a jester? Voisham? I don't know. It's sick. Yeah, Voisham just sent me some stickers. And then like super cool Burger Wolf Magician. And then lastly, Goofy Trippin'. So yeah, those are the stickers, Simply a Deo. And Voisham said, last thing I bought was Destroy All Monsters on Vinyl. Get yours now. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're actually running out. So actually though, if you would be so kind, I would love to send you one. Okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out the plan. This is a big order. And Wisham says, yeah, man, it's from an episode where he says, Tartuffe, the spry wonder dog, is so funny. Hell yeah. Yeah, King of the Hill, it's funny because I remember watching as a kid, like, I don't get it, this is so dumb. But as an adult, I'm like, this is the greatest thing that's ever been made by a human being ever. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, this video says those are tough. Yeah, dude, Voshram's a super sick artist, dude. My man got away with the markers and the pens and the all that. Oh yeah. Oh, I have to sneeze. I'm sorry. That's why I'm like, I hope I'm not talking weird. I'm just, I have to sneeze so bad, but it just won't happen. Let me turn up the volume too. Hell yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Cool, now we gotta give and then cool. Got everything off the list, and I just gotta give them a bunch of cool stickers and we're good to go. But yeah, what else do I want to bring up? I have a bunch. I'm pretty hyped. Oh, so much good music came out this weekend, dude. That's a big deal for sure. I can see them on boards. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because yeah, Voidstrom was totally like, we talked about it a bunch where they were like, bro, I want to like do art for boards one day. Yeah, I agree. It's a big deal for sure, for sure. I would skate the hell out of the crying vaporwave one. I know it's not vaporwave, but the crying Roman statue. Blood tears from it. I would shred the hell out of that. But yo, y'all, so much wild music came out this weekend. So first, J. Cole dropped a new album. I don't know if y'all are like hip hop fans. Y'all like J. Cole? Anyone got feelings about J. Cole? What's funny is that he's also like a mixed person, so he's like half black, half white. I'm technically 3/4 and like a quarter. So 3/4 black, one quarter white. But sometimes some like kind of like sideways, not nice thing people do, like, you look like J. Cole, and I'm like, I do not look like J. Cole, dude. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? And Voshram says, nice watch, run it. Is that from the J. Cole album? J. Cole rips? Hell yeah, dude. Dude, but yeah, the new J. Cole album was super sick. My favorite bar from the whole album is off the song, I think it's Drum and Bass. And I'm pretty sure he says, people selling rock like Steely Dan, dude. And I thought, even though it's like a super silly bar, to me that's so wild. In case you aren't familiar, Steely Dan is like if I'm not mistaken, like a famous rock artist. So like rock and roll. So it's like people sell crack cocaine because that's also like a euphemism for rock. Like Steely Dan. So it's kind of like, I don't know. So it's like people selling drugs, like, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was like the dopest bar. I was like, no, he did not just say that. So yeah. And then I also love the line where he's like, some. But just, I love it when like people use, I think the technical term is onomatopoeia, the literary device, in which you like say like, kerplash, bang, bow, you know what I mean? Like to like make the thing, but pretty much he has a line where he's like, some, I don't know, he pretty much just say the word stuttering, but like he cuts the whole beat and goes, stuttering. To like, but it's on beat with the hi-hats, and it's just like, oh my god, dude. I don't know. I really like the new J. Cole album. Voshram says A Tale of Two Cities. Okay, hell yeah. Sick. Yeah, I like that song. I'm bad. I got into J. Cole after they blew up, so like after Spotify and stuff, so because of that, at one point, and when I was like working my last job, like the last job I worked, I listened to all of J. Cole, every single song J. Cole ever made, like their entire discography, and I just added all my favorite songs to a playlist. I remember A Tale of Two Cities being one of my, like one that I like, but it didn't make my playlist, if that makes sense. Which, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, but you know what I'm trying to say. But Simply Dale says, I don't listen to him like that, but for sure when he comes on, he's good. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. to me, people selling rock like Steely Dan was hilarious. My buddy that I actually skate with yesterday, he's like a big J. Cole fan. So I had to listen to it because I was like, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. If I don't, he's going to be like, bro, what do you mean you haven't listened to it yet? So I did. And yeah, would recommend. But what's funny though is that he was like, yeah, I love the album. I'd give it like a solid 6 out of 10. I was like, well, it doesn't sound like you love the album. What do you mean you give it a 6 out of 10 but you loved it? You know what I mean? Like rating music on a scale of 1 to 10 is just such a silly thing. If you think about it. And Wisham says, I also love Neighbors vibes. It's just extra funny too, because oh yeah, hell yeah, Neighbors is vibes. But it's hella funny too, because I talked to him, I was like, yeah, you know, like the album's good, but like, there's out of like a 20-song album, I liked, you know, about 4 or 5 of the songs. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. And he was like, no, I love the album. I give it a 6 out of 10. I was like, what? So we were like, you know, we both had like very contradictory reviews, if that makes sense. But yeah. So J. Cole new album, pretty good. If you like just backpack rap, would check it out. But you want to know what I really want to talk about? I think it's song of the entire year. Northwest, Kanye West's daughter, dropped her first song ever. And oh my god, dude, it is like one of the best songs I ever heard in my entire life. I was like, what? This is not fair, dude. It's very like experimental, and you kind of have to like be into like hyper pop and like all kinds of just like if you don't like 100 Gex, you wouldn't like Northwest's new song. But if you're into stuff like hyper pop, 100 Gex, like probably like Charlie XCX, oh my god, it is so good. I highly recommend it because the song starts off with like again, I'm not a big fan of Kanye these, but like it starts off with like an old Kanye West soul sample, and then it flips into like 100 Gex, just like wah, 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 like crazy synths. Dude, the new bro. When I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, the best way I heard it described is like, imagine you played high school, right? Like you played high school basketball, right? And LeBron James was on your high school team. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you were on a high school basketball team and you had to play with LeBron James. You would be like, wow, he might be the best NBA player of all time one day. That when you hear Northwest's first song ever, you go, wow, she might be the best artist of all time one day. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Rosa says, wow, and you said it was like a first song, such a strong song. I know, exactly. And she's only 14. She's only 14. I'm like, yo. And what's funny too is part of the song is she says, I went to school for 2 days and then I got banned. And when you hear the song, you're like, yeah, if I could make music this good, I might skip school too, dude. This is crazy. Oh no. And Skyr says, I almost thought you were going to go into the Flintstones theme there for a second. Oh yeah, because the people selling rock like Steely Dan. Or just Flintstones in general. Oh yeah, the woo. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, imagine. I know what you mean, Skyr. Oh, and Boystrom says, yo, we are brats in this house. We love Charlie. Yeah, dude, Brat was such a good album. When I was doing Uber Eats last year after I quit my job, I just pretty much did Uber Eats all across LA at like 2 a.m, listening to Brat on loop. It was a vibe. I don't miss doing Uber Eats, but I kind of miss doing Uber Eats, if that makes sense. It was kind of a vibe to just hang out on the streets at like 3 a.m, delivering people pizza and stuff. Like I remember another time I went to for some reason Papa John's is open 24 hours in LA, like only certain locations. And I came in there and they were playing Better Off Alone. So like, do you think you're better off alone? So I walked in and I was like, hold up. And then, the episode of Family Guy But Stewie and Brian are like getting drunk, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so good at dancing." And Brian's like, "Oh my god, he's so good at dancing." So like there was like 2 girls working there, and I just started like being like, "Yo, I'm here to pick up for Uber Eats." And he's like, "Oh my god, are you dancing?" And it was just like that Family Guy scene where her and her friend were like, "Oh my god, he's dancing!" It's like 3 a.m. So yeah, it was a good time. I don't know, stuff like that. But then other times it would be like, bro, I want to go home. Why am I doing Uber Eats at 2 a.m. in Compton, of all places? Like, where? How did my life decisions take me here? But at the same time, it was kind of a vibe, dude. And I think I told this before. No, I miss my friend, dude. I had a friend. Oh, Marshall.
New merch order from Marshall.
Thank you, Marshall. If you're watching, let me know, and I'll pack it right now, and I appreciate it. Hell yeah. But I think I mentioned it before, but like, what's all going on in this order? I covered it up. Okay, yeah, we could just do one of these. I mentioned it before, but I had a friend that worked at like the McDonald's like late night, and yeah, and he was just like a dude. He was kind of ripped, but like he was kind of short. Because I knew that because he told me he was short. But pretty much just every night I'd see him, he'd be like, "Hey, what's up, playa?" And he would like reach out and through, he'd dap me up, and he'd always help me out and stuff. And he would just tell me about like, "Yeah, I got like a date on Friday and a date on Saturday and another one on Sunday." And I was like, "Damn, dude." He's like, "Yeah, bro, I should be flirting with all the girls at this McDonald's drive-thru." I'm like, "Bro, you're wild." So yeah, I don't know. It's like stuff like that, dude. It's just silly. But yeah, if anyone here likes 100 Gex or just kind of like more experimental music, look up Piercings on My Hand by Northwest. Not sponsored. It's just a really good song. I was like, dude, holy shit. This is a crazy way to start off 2026 music. You know what I'm saying? But other than that too, I've also been listening to a lot of Prince lately. Like I think I mentioned I got Musicology by Prince on CD, and I've just been like bumping that like all the time. Look in my car. So yeah, but it's been a good time, dude. And since today's a Super Bowl, the other big thing I wanted to bring up was I don't know, I would like to ask y'all something. Do you think the Super Bowl should be an officially recognized holiday? Because if you think about it, the United States of America is only like 290 years old. Like, we got holidays, but like we don't really got that many. And some of our holidays are just kind of like messed up. Like if you sit down and think about it, Thanksgiving's not a good holiday. We should not be celebrating that. You know what I mean? We should not be celebrating that. So yeah, but like the Super Bowl, it's just football. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and because like America is like so like capitalism, like Super Bowl, I don't know. I feel like even though it's like a brutal representation of like $1 million ads, like it's like something I feel like we can all like, yo, look, we eat chicken wings on this day. That's what we do. It's like the one little cultural thing that we got that I'm like, watch the football with some friends, get the day off. Wisham says, one of my favorite bands dropped an album for the first time in 13 years. Oh wow, it's called In Verses by Carnival. Insane prog metal, highly recommend to anyone. Sick. Future me, when I rewatch the VOD, look up In Verses, like rap verse, but In Verses by Carnival, like Karnivool. I'm stoked to listen to it. I like prog metal, dude. But Voisham says, the way Eagles fans destroy Philly after their team plays, Lamau. I know, yeah. Imagine if it was a major celebrated holiday on top of it. Imagine, yeah. No, for real though, if it really, if they all got to destroy Philadelphia after the Eagles won the Super Bowl and they got the day off afterwards, oh yeah, dude, it would be quadruple the damage, at least. You telling me I could destroy the city and have the day off? But Simply Dale says sort of, for in terms of the Super Bowl being a holiday, it would make sense because everyone tunes in. Exact that, and if I'm not mistaken, the day after the Super Bowl is the most called off day out of every single day every year. So like every company is like, yeah, people just call out because they're sick the day after the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Because like also I feel like it would be safer too because people, you know, we're dumb. We're humans. We're dumb. Exactly. Voice of National Hangover Day. It's probably not safe to encourage like, hey, come into work on Monday after this thing that happens on Sunday. So everyone's gonna drive home like kind of buzzed, like, oh, you know what I mean? So I think it'd kind of be a safer thing too. To just be like, yo, just stay at your friend's house, dude. Just stay at your friend's house. And Rosa says, Rosa agrees on the safer part. Okay, yeah, hell yeah. But Rosa also says, good question. I don't know, but I wouldn't complain. People have been treating it that way already. Exactly. It's, you know what I mean? It's already kind of been a holiday. And Simply Dale says, nah, the city will only get destroyed if we ever actually go back to the Super Bowl. True. Yeah. Go Birds, Lamau. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, my one of my like closest friends. So like I always mentioned that Navi was my college roommate, but we had another college roommate. The one I mentioned found like his like, you know, his girlfriend, and they go to sports games together all the time. They're also an Eagles fan. So even though I have no connection to Philadelphia, I got many like people I consider family and actual family members who are Eagles fans. So yeah, go Birds. And I used to live in Seattle too, so I'm kind of, I mean, how's the game going? I saw the Seahawks were winning. I kind of want the Seahawks to win, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Oh, they're playing oh hell yeah, I want the Seahawks to win. But it's gonna be kind of sad because my buddy Gaskins, I used to go to their house. I went to see him once a year, and it was to go to their Super Bowl party. But we were good friends in college. They're a Patriots fan, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, I like Seahawks. I used to live in Seattle. But Simply Dale says, makes sense. Everyone's up doing something while watching the game night. Might as well make it next day a recovery day. Exactly, yeah. And I had a little faith in the beginning with the Eagles, yeah. What's hilarious is, yeah, Seahawks are going right now. Yes, but I just checked the score. Yeah, it looks like it's fourth quarter. Seahawks might have it, dude. Oh, as I said, that they got intercepted. Damn. But, I mean, they're up. We'll see. I don't know. We could all like pop off on the stream together if the Seahawks get the win. But yeah, but I really think Super Bowl should be a motherfucking holiday. And another random thing is the second to last the fourth to last company I worked at. Like pretty much the tech company I worked at the longest was a place called Fastly, and they actually run all like the internet stuff for the Super Bowl. So yeah, so that's another thing is because of that. Like, I used to work at a company where like it was very much Super Bowl was like a all hands on deck for the company because they handled like all the different like stats and like online streaming for the Super Bowl. So yeah, I used to work at the company that did that. So Simply Dale, technically, I might have worked at the company. There was a Super Bowl where I might have had some small part to play. You watching the Super Bowl on a computer in a past life. But Boysham says we need more holidays so I can stay home. Yeah, dude. So here's so again, you know, this is tinfoil hat brain. But I mean, we don't have to get into it, but apparently conspiracies are true now. So, but you know how they say like, oh, Japan works so much, like, you know, like be grateful that you live in America because you could be working Japanese hours. And the Japan work culture is wild. But if you take the time to look into hours worked per year, if I'm not mistaken, in the US, we work more hours per year than the average Japanese person. And who knows, maybe because, you know, the Japanese culture is more like you're expected to hang out with your coworkers after work. So like, I don't know if that's included or not, but because they have so many like festivals and holidays and blah, like blank, that they do take off. Whereas like, we're lucky to get like Christmas and Thanksgiving off. Like actually lucky. Like you work at Walmart you might not get, you usually get to pick one. You get to have off, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we definitely need more holidays, because I think that's the one thing that's like kind of a bummer, is that we have so little, and then like we tend to work through them anyways. You really think about it. But yeah, but I know if Zaku's still watching, Zaku could let me know. I know Zaku's probably talked to people. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Zaku would know a bunch of people who moved to Japan before. I know a handful, but even then, the people I know that moved to Japan were like, oh, I'm like doing music stuff. So yeah, they like kind of have like a different thing where other like contractors. But Voicham says, I worked Christmas Day at 7-Eleven and I'll never forget it. So many breakfast sandwiches, I want to throw myself into the fryer. Yeah, see, Voicham, that's a bummer. Yeah, I think I worked Christmas at Dunkin' Donuts. And that wasn't too bad, actually. Because I think that Christmas my mom, like, car broke down or something and she couldn't pick me up. It was like during college. So she couldn't pick me up from like LA. And Rosa says, I was going to say work in Japan is bad, but they take breaks seriously and still care compared to America, at least what I noticed. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, but again, it might be an on-paper thing, because I don't want to discredit them. But I do think part of like the, oh, well, be grateful you're not living in Japan because you could be working more. I feel like that's kind of a ploy. I think they're trying to trick us. I think it's not the whole truth. But that's my tinfoil hat thinking. And Skyer says, we Americans be lucky to get a day off after getting hit by a semi or something. No, literally, yes. Like, another big part of the whole Japan thing is I think, every other country has like paid maternity leave. And like, we don't. So like, even if you're like literal body just pushed the whole human out of it, they're like, oh, so you showing up at work tomorrow or what? You know what I mean? Like, if you're a woman, like, holy shit, dude. Like, my body just got changed forever. And I got to show up to work on Monday? That's crazy. I got to show up to work in 3 hours? You know what I mean? And Sibladeo says, yeah, this guy, you were spitting though. That shit's comedy. But Sibladeo says half days should at least be a thing. I know the major companies got to provide, but it would be cool. Yeah, half days are pretty sick too. I want short schedule. Short schedule for work would be super sick. And Boysham says hot take: if kids have off school for snow, adults should too. 100%, yeah. No, for real. Yeah, because trying to get to work and all that snow and stuff is like kind of wild. Like, it's like not safe to drive and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. All these companies. Cool. Now we gotta weigh this and we're good to go. And then Rosa says, you'd think COVID would change the work environment to taking days off seriously, but it didn't happen. Yeah, you know what? That's one thing that was a super huge bummer. Because I feel like I'm a bit biased because I heard like if you have kids, COVID like sucked, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. It's like I gotta hang out with my kids. Damn. You know what I mean? But no, but it does make sense though in terms of like getting work done, because like kids don't understand the concept of like, well, why can't you give me attention? You're right in front of me right now. It's like, no, but I'm like locked in on like producing shareholder value. Don't you understand? I even just say that's comedy. But so like things like having a separate space to like really focus in on getting work done, I think what's it called, was important for for parents and stuff. But I think we all kind of learned how to like work remotely. And like the thing is, dude, keeping it real, like they don't pay you to commute to work and stuff like that. And like there's various things they don't pay for. Like food's more expensive because it's like if you don't want to eat like the office chips, if your office even offers like chips, you know, like you have to go eat out food, and like food right now is so expensive to not cook at home. It is like ridiculous. Like Burger King would be like $5 for like a single French fry. It's like, bro, what? So like you just save so much money on car maintenance, on gas, and even take like, you know, and just you get so much time. I don't know. I agree, Roses. It was a really huge bummer to see companies go back to the whole like, well, you need to come in person because X, Y, and Z, and like they gave every excuse under the sun to get people to come back in the office. So yeah. And it's like funny too, because the companies that like, at least in tech, that stayed remote tend to do better. Because, you know, they don't have to like, they can get like the best engineers of all time now for like half the price. Because they're like, wait, you're telling me I can stay at home? Yeah, I'll take half the pay if it means I can just chill at the crib and get the job done, you know what I mean? So it's like jokes on them a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. But oh yeah, we're talking about the Super Bowl. Yeah, so I think Super Bowl should be, I'm sorry to keep going back to that. We were talking about oh yeah, holidays and stuff. But Simply Does says, I wish I could still work from home freely. I hate having to ask. And the drive itself was nearly an hour, dude. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, for me, I've kind of realized I tap out on a commute after like 30 minutes. Anything more than 30 minutes, and like it kind of like sucks my soul away. But yeah, that's wild though, dude. I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, I used to have a super long commute when I lived in the Bay Area. So when I was working at Google, I used to live in the Bay Area, and like I worked at a startup in office for a little bit, but the startup was in San Francisco, and I lived in San Jose. So it was like a 2-hour door-to-door commute or something like that. Hey, Boystrom, dude, I appreciate it, dog. Thank you. Hell yeah, who got it? Does it say? Oh, King got it. Hell yeah, dude. Shouts out to Boystrom King for you. Thank you, Boystrom. But Somebody else says, I wish I could. Oh yeah. So you could drive near that. But yeah, so I feel you. Like doing the super long commutes, dude, it just sucks. I remember I learned how to motherfucking. Hey, of course. Sorry, no, you're not interrupting me, dude. This is way more important. Like I'm sure King is like, I mean, super hyped right now. So hell yeah, we're chilling, dude. But yeah, thank you, Boystrom. But what's it called? Oh yeah. I remember I learned how to speedrun Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening though, because I had that super long commute. I would play Gundam Versus on my PSP, and Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, like 2 hours on the train every day. Yeah, the King says, I just came back, brother. I appreciate you. Well, see, I told you, yeah, King's hype. The hell yeah. But yeah, so do y'all have like a designated like Super Bowl friend? Like a friend that's like a what's it called? Like the friend that you go to, or like the family member you go to every year for Super Bowl? Because like low-key, now that I moved to Arizona, I'm like, dang, I don't got any friends out here that like sports. Just, I might have to become the Super Bowl friend, low-key. Because I don't know, I'm really passionate about the fact that it should be a holiday. So I think I might start next year doing a Super Bowl party, put it on my calendar and everything. Like, everyone, we're eating chicken wings at my house. And watching Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? Because even from like a music perspective, like I remember the year that Dr. Dre did the Super Bowl, and I was at my friend's house. No, I was at my buddy Kareem's house. And oh, that's what I was gonna talk about too. But anyways, real quick, I was at my buddy Kareem's house, and I remember my friends were like, who's Kendrick Lamar? And I was like, how do you not know who Kendrick Lamar is? So even like the music side of it is like, bro, how do you not, what? So like even like the halftime show really is like a good like musical experience, a good way to like come together as like people and be like, yo, like let's celebrate this artist that you may or may not have heard of. And if you haven't, we're all gonna flame you for never listening to a single Kendrick Lamar song. But yeah. But Simply Deo says, would be my friend group. We don't get together or anything, but we chat in Discord. Okay, that's pretty sick. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you can all have your own chicken wings and chips and stuff. That still counts. That's sick. Bro, the game was wild. Interception, turn, touchdown. Yeah, dude. So my buddy who's like a huge football fan, he's like, dude, I swear this is all scripted. I swear this is all scripted. Because it always gets super wild at the very end. Like, you can notice patterns in the Super Bowl if you like really were to like. You need like Super Bowl LLM, Super Bowl machine learning to be like, yeah, it's actually all scripted to figure it out. But yeah, the Seahawks better win though. I'm mad if the Patriots win. I'm like, bruh, they have like so many rings. There's no need for them to have that many rings. I don't know a single person from New England. You know what I mean? But with what just happened, that's what it feels like. Yeah, we'll see. Skyer says, never had that much interest in football. Got turned away from it in high school by being summoned. Surrounded by people who made it their whole life, whole personality. I feel that, Skyer. Yeah. Yeah, sports guys are kind of wild. They really will like put their whole life into like one sport and make it like everything. Make it their everything. So I don't blame you on that. But yeah, I didn't really get into sports until like much later in life. Cause I don't know about you, Skyer, but my parents like made me play baseball growing up. So because of that, I was kind of always like, nah, sports are okay. You know what I mean? It was more like annoying that I couldn't play Animal Crossing. And instead I had to go to practice. You know what I'm saying? So now that I can like engage with sports as an adult, that's like, oh yeah, this is something I'm doing by my own volition. It's like, oh yeah, I enjoy it a lot more. So I feel you on your environment, like really shaping your perspective, because that's what happened to me too. But mine was more through family than it was what's it called? But Boysham said, my family used to watch the Puppy Bowl. Oh yeah, I've seen that on Animal Channel. It's just a bunch of dogs running around. We weren't into sports, Lamau. That's pretty sick though. Puppy Bowl sounds like a good time. And then did I set the iPad? Oh, I did. Okay, cool. Let me put some stuff in here. But oh, those are the best. Yeah. Skyer says, at least baseball isn't so self-destruct by football is, I guess. That is very true. Yeah, football is kind of like, it's like watching like a gladiator match. If you really think about it, if you really, really put your whole brain behind it, you're like, wait a minute, I'm just watching like people literally trying to hit each other so they can't walk anymore. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, baseball is just kind of more silly. The only reason why I think I like baseball though is more just because, you know, I grew up playing it, so like I understand the sport and stuff. And again, those tickets are so cheap, Skyer.
New merch order from Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it right now. I appreciate it. And Voicham says, it was nice talking to everyone. Hopping off for the night. Cheers, y'all. See y'all in the email thread, Groovy. Dude, thanks for stopping by, Voicham. I appreciate you, dude. And thanks for the stickers. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me look at the camera. Thanks for the stickers again. Dude, I appreciate it. And yeah, dude. Take it easy. Have a nice night. I'll catch you. You know, I'll catch you around, dude. I'll see you all the time. But yeah, Rosa says, I'm not a sports person, but my bros and my dad are big baseball fans, so I don't mind it and enjoy it occasionally. Okay, sick, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's another thing too, is I grew up around baseball, so now it's like kind of like a, I don't know, it just reminds me of being a kid. Like low-key. I think that's what it comes down to. Going back to it, Skyer too. Yeah, I think another reason why just baseball reminds me of being a kid, dude. That's probably why I like watching it too. So it's like very much like a personal thing. But I get it. And I don't know, I just feel like as we get older too, it's just like, what else is there to do? You know what I mean? Like, Cause you know, I think I'm telling you, I've been on my touch grass era, so I'm kind of like, what is it to do other than like play the same like video game? You know, what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not trying to say like all video games are the same. I know it's a super hot take, but you know, like I've played so many Marios, dude. The new Mario I know slaps, but I don't know. I'm trying to like also be like, let me try the sports lifestyle for a little bit. Let me try this side quest. You know what I'm saying? This life side quest. Be a sports guy for a second. But Subidale says, oh yeah, roses, everyone's saying body voice strum. Anytime, dude. There are more to come, hell yeah. Skyr says it's a gladiator match, but you have a higher chance of injuring yourself as opposed to the opponent or the lion hidden in the bleachers. True. That is very true. Yeah, you do have a higher chance of hurting yourself. Like you said, there's a lion hidden underneath the bleachers. Yeah, pretty much. Comes out like it's like hidden in like the locker room. And Rampage, dude. Hey, what's up, Groovy? Joined late. Got a quick workout, dude. Same here, dude. Honestly, right before this, I was working out. How you doing, Rampage? How's your Sunday going? Did you see Bad Bunny, Rampage? Got any Bad Bunny thoughts? And Simply Deo says, honestly, yeah, like on a Sunday night, not much is going on. Why not tune into what's considered hot? Yeah, exactly, Simply Deo. So I'll say sometimes it's just like, you know, change it up a little bit. So I'm glad you're feeling that. That and like if you think about it, like sports have been around since like the beginning of time. So they found like they tested every possible thing to figure out like what gives people entertainment. If that makes sense, I mean, like a sports stadium really understands how do you get 10,000 people to have a decent night on like a Wednesday. You know what I mean? So like I don't know, I kind of respect like the experience of it all too. But Professor Hoots, dude, what up? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hey man, just listened to your album and I loved it, so I picked up your CD. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Did you like just pick it up? Because if you so, I can pack it for you right now, dude. And I appreciate you grabbing it though. And how's your Sunday, Professor Hoots? In fact, if you just picked it, let me know your order number and I can print it out pack it for you right now if you'd like. Oh, did I? I did not. Oh, I did it again, y'all. I forgot to print out the shipping label, and I gotta open it up, do it all over again. Yeah, let me not go on another 4-hour rant about baseball tickets again. We already got that. Let's go into 20868. And Rampage says after where'd he go? Oh, I can't auto import it. Dang. I gotta do it manually. Not my Valentina bag. But Rampage says, yep, left right after Bad Bunny. Dude was pretty cool. Energy level wasn't 100 though. Guess I'm comparing to past Super Bowls. I feel that, yeah. What's it called? Yeah, we were talking about Bad Bunny when we first started, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the YouTube version right when after I'm done with this, or whenever they upload it, low-key. But I feel that. I'm glad to hear it was cool, and I'm stoked to check it out. I'll keep an eye out for the energy level too then. Thank you, Rampage. I appreciate it. And Professor Hoot said, yeah, I did. My Sunday's gone great. I'm glad to hear. My order number is 20890. Sick. Let's print that out for you right now, dude. Thank you, Professor Hoots. I appreciate it, dude. Gotta find it. Oh, it just came in right now. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Bum, 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 bum. And Hearsbound, good to see you. How you doing? Or Hearsbound? Groovy like a kaiju. You know it, dude. Hey. Oh, and dude, yeah. Okay, cool. You got the Doo-Doo album, Professor Hoots. Hey. Thank you. Let me, I'll start to print out Mafia's printing label. 20. Here it is. Let's go open this. But yeah, Professor Hoots, I just printed this out for you. And after I'm done, I don't know if you can see the over here. After I'm done with this guy right here, I'll do yours next. Thanks for stopping by. I'm stoked to pack this for you. And then I'll have it in the mail for you by tomorrow, dude. In fact. My bad, I'm printing out another label and I have to like do it all manually, so I'm like, make sure it's all correct. But sick. And Professor Hoot says, I low-key like the Bad Bunny show. It was pretty well done. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Is that a lot of us were like, yo, Bad Bunny was actually pretty sick. So yeah, so I don't know. I missed out by not watching it. I should have watched it when it was happening. So now I gotta watch the rerun. But yeah, I was talking earlier to Professor Hoots that like I had a buddy that put me on to like Bad Bunny's newest album. And even though I'm not like a big like Latin music fan, I don't know, I just really respect like, you know, what they got going on. I thought it was just super sick, the whole everything they're doing. And like their latest album, the one with the chairs on it, it's, you know, even though I don't listen to that kind of music, it's, you know, I can still appreciate like how well done it is, if that makes sense. And did I forget? And King says, I also need to watch it later. Yeah, dude. I forgot. I'm glad I reopened this. And Professor Hoot says, the energy level is probably pretty low at the Super Bowl because probably a lot of people there just didn't speak Spanish somehow. Yeah, true. That is very true. Oh yeah, Rampage, did you mean the energy level of Bad Bunny themselves or like the overall energy of like the crowd? Because you make a great point, Professor Hoots. It could just be they were like, we don't get it. Because they had to play to like I don't know if you've seen like last year where they would show off like some of the clips of behind the scenes of like Kendrick's performance. And like they play more to the camera than they do everyone else. And Professor Hoot says, is there a place I can listen to your unreleased album as well? So not publicly, but what's it called? If you want, since you already supported, what's it called? Feel free to send me an email. It's in I think it's in the YouTube description of this video. And then I could like, you know, send you like a preview or something of it. I could send you the unlisted YouTube video because you're already supporting. So you at least check it out. And Professor Hoots also says Bad Bunny was singing his show instead of lip syncing. Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, because sometimes it's like really hard to tell because sometimes they really do be lip syncing it pretty hard. Yeah, because I think, I don't know, if I may, they seem like a for real musician. Like they're about it, you know what I mean? Like they seem like a pretty good performer. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Sort of, because it's a little custom. I had to like do some funny business for it. But I'm glad we reopened it though, because this person's in the Kaiju Club, and I would have like totally forgot to give him some Kaiju Club stickers. I'd have been like, no. Also, Simply Hideo and Skyer, did y'all get your vinyl and stuff yet? Cause I know the ice storm. I don't know if the ice storm like would have slowed it down. Or did we already talk about it? We might have already talked about it, low key. Nah, I think about it. My bad. I've just been so busy moving. Yeah, I got it on Friday. Okay, sick. Hell yeah. Did everything look okay, Skyer? Did it all make it to you safe and sound? Thanks again for grabbing it, dude. And so, my bad, yes, everything came in perfect condition. I got the magnet on the fridge. Okay, sick. Hell yeah. Dope. Thanks for letting me know. Especially thank you too, because I remember we had to like reopen your package like 5 times because I kept forgetting stuff. So I hope it didn't look like a mess. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of like unused tape. All right, sick. Just gotta print this out and then we're good to go. Yay. Print, copy that, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Oh wait, that works. And somebody does this. Oh yeah, it was all good. Okay, cool, sick. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. And Awesomeness 8888, dude, that's a sick name. What's up? I got my CD. You killed it. Hey, thank you, dude. I'm glad to hear you got it. And thanks for the kind words. I'm glad to hear I killed it for you. Yeah, dude, you know, just making music and having a good time, man. I'm glad to hear that you're liking it. Thanks again for grabbing it, dude. I'm so glad to hear that you're stoked on it and everything. Hell yeah, Awesomeness. Awesomeness, would you say the CD was Awesomeness, man? If I may ask. All right, and Professor, we are now gonna get yours going as well. And Awesomeness says the CD was pure awesomeness. Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad to hear that it is from the person themselves, that it's awesomeness. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. And Professor Hoot says, are you still offering the free Groovy Kaiju CD or has that passed already? Honestly, dude, since you already grabbed this, Professor Hoots, I'll just give it to you. That's actually probably the simplest answer. How about that? Would you be stoked on that, Professor Hoots? And not even trying to like be like, I genuinely want you to have it. If you're interested, I'll just throw it in there for you too. So you'll have both of them. But it hasn't passed yet. But yeah, I'll give you both of them because I literally like it's literally free. And also, Professor Hoots, I'm gonna give you some stickers right now too to say thank you. And Skyer says, gotta get new batteries for my cassette player. Hey, now it's nearly $10 for 2 C batteries, and dang, the thing needs 4 of them. Oh yeah, C batteries suck, dude. They're so annoying. And yeah, whenever I have to get like, I don't know, plus batteries in general are kind of expensive because I feel like they're more rare, so they can charge a bit higher. Because it's like when you need batteries, you kind of need batteries. If you get what I'm saying? So yeah. It's a kind of a niche thing to need batteries these days, if that makes sense. And Professor Hoot says, yes, bro, I love that so much. All right, sick. Cool, I got you. I got you on these stickers, too. And Professor Hoot's low-key. There's like a QR code on the inside of both these CDs to get downloads of them. So when you get the Mustang Zero, you can just get the download from there. And it's meant for your friends too. So if you have a friend that wants to get into it, like, you know, you got a QR code to give them a copy too. And Professor Hoot says, yes, I love that. King says, I got a battery for one of my basses and I barely have the thing plugged in because of it. I know, yeah, see, same. Like I think, I packed it already. But I have like my Sony Walkman for tapes. That's battery operated. And honestly, I use my boombox a lot more because it's just plugged into the wall. And sometimes, like when I'm testing tapes, that, you know, I sell cassette tapes, so for my own music, sometimes it'll sound a little off. And I'm like, is it the tape, or do I need new batteries? You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll put new batteries in. I'm like, oh yeah, it was the batteries. Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure the song's supposed to be faster than that. Like, didn't I time stretch it to be faster? You know what I mean? So it's like it confuses me because I'm like, is this the right pitch? Did I time stretch the song? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a really silly problem to have. Whereas the boombox is always like, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? So when I test the tapes now, I use the boombox and I'll like do a quick test on the handheld Walkman. because of that one issue. But yeah, and my Xbox controllers, even though I don't play games as much these days, but like my Xbox controllers take batteries. So I have a bunch of AA, but yeah, C batteries are like, oh my God. Oh yeah, and Professor Hoots, I threw in some stickers for you, dude. So they're on the inside of the CD, so when you get the CDs, make sure you open them. Because I gave you a bunch of little like mini stickers, and then I gave you a big Mustard Zero sticker. And you know what? I'll give you 2 more. Because I appreciate you stopping by the stream, dude. So yeah, thank you, Professor Hoots. Oh, Professor Hoots says, I've been getting into collecting physical media, so this is feeding my addiction, Lamau. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I think a lot of us here are like physical media folks. Yeah, I had to pack up my entire vinyl collection, dude. It's funny because like, I don't really think of myself as a collector or like a physical media person. Like I know I have like on the Monster Zero thing, it's like, the reason why I don't, I guess be more clear. I didn't realize I was a collector until at one point I was dating someone and they were like, why do you want all these Game Boy games? You never play them. And I was like, I just want them. And she's like, do you consider yourself a collector? And I was like, not really. And she's like, you're totally a collector. And it wasn't until that day that I was like, yeah, I'd be collecting stuff. But so I feel you, Professor Hoots, is what I'm trying to say. I had to pack up, I'm moving on Wednesday. So I had to pack up all my musical stuff. And dude, I have so much. I had like 3 big ass boxes of vinyl and like another 2 boxes of CDs and cassette tapes. And oh, I'm sorry, I just realized GM. I'm sorry, GM from Instagram. What's it called? Yo, boss. I mean, GM from Instagram. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Yo, boss, man. I love the music. Got the CD a while back, but I haven't been able to play it. I got no CD player. Oh no, GM. Yeah. Well, dude, I'm glad to hear you're loving the music. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. And the CD player. Yeah, honestly, do you have like any retro game consoles? Like PS2's playing, PS3. I think Xbox 360 can't, but a lot of retro game consoles could do it. You can get one on like Amazon, or honestly, my personal favorite, dude. Next time you're at a Goodwill, they usually have like a couple. Grab one from a Goodwill. Is that something that you're into? You guys go to Goodwill or like a book off or something. Grab a new CD and a CD player, and you usually get them for like $10, and that's a good time. But if anything, GM too, you got downloads and stuff in your email, or you should have. So you can always check your email if you want to, what's it called? Let's do them. And PS3 for the win. Exactly, dude. Heck yeah, GM. But you can check your email. I'm pretty sure I gave you a Bandcamp code and some downloads too. So yeah. But in my bad, simply I skipped you. But the price alone annoys me enough to just say, screw it. I'll get them when I need them. Yeah, exactly. For the batteries. Yeah, the price again. Yeah, batteries cost so much. So yeah, I feel you on like just, I'll get them when I need them, dude. Especially because like if you just buy them in bulk, if I'm not mistaken, like them just sitting around, they slowly lose their charge. So yeah. Oh, before I close this up, let me make sure. Gotta print out your packing slip, Professor Hoots. But Skyer says, yeah, this thing's got a wall plug, but I can't do that on the go. Oh yeah, exactly. I feel you on that, Skyer. Yeah, that's what like batteries are like, it's nice to have the battery option, but yeah, then it gets annoying because yeah. Nah, I feel you, Skyer. You could always I don't know, try like jockeying electricity from somewhere. You know what I mean? Next time you're out and about, just plug in the wall plug wherever you can. That makes sense. But King says, I'm working on putting album covers on my wall. That's when I got the ad for Tape Zero. Oh, sick. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that's super dope. You're having like an album cover. I need to do the same thing, dude. Honestly, I have a ton of vinyl. I probably should make a... When I rewatch the VOD, y'all are going to look... When I rewatch the VOD, make an album wall for the new studio, dude. For when I move, it'd be sick if the ambiance was just a bunch of like vinyl. My favorite vinyl for us. That'd be sick to look at. So yeah. Roses and Super, that would be sick. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you all like the idea too. Just right now thought of it. Thank you for the idea, King. But sick. I'm glad to hear it was like perfect timing for you, King. And just let me know. And awesomeness. I say collect PS2 games. Yeah. For me it was for awesomeness. For me for a little bit it was a Game Boy Color and Game Boy. I was collecting like hella Game Boy Color and Game Boy cartridges. But I'm sorry, RSU. I'm sorry. I'm going through the chat. But what's it called? Reminds me, were physical CDs of the album playing right now? Oh no, what was playing? Was it Home by Aviscerall, if I'm not mistaken? Can I check my Spotify queue? Would that tell me? Recently played. There we go. Oh yeah. So, you were talking about Birth. I remember now. Yeah. So, the self-titled Aviscerall album, RSView. Someone already told me like you should make CDs for it. I just haven't had the time. So I have Dreams and Home, and I remember to save on CD, but I never made like an Aviscerall self-titled CD. Just I don't know. I'm goofing. That's on me. And kind of slowly grabbing them all. But I'm glad to hear that you want one. Thanks for letting me know. And someone already told me this, but here's a reminder, future me. Make Aviscerall CDs. Like OG self-titled Aviscerall album CDs. For RSU. But yeah, thanks for asking, dude. I appreciate it. And Professor Hoots, by the time you realize you're a collector, you're in too deep to back out. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much gonna be collecting CDs and vinyls for my entire life. I technically started when I was like 18, so it's been 12 years now. Oh my lord, I'm getting old. But yeah, so like I've been collecting music for like 12 years now, I guess. But Rosa says, the moment I get more space, I'd be happy to display my physical media. Books are another thing I've been wanting to collect if I had the space. I feel you on that, Roses. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm a nerd, like not nerd, but whack for this one, but books are heavy. And honestly, like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm too like I like music for like the emotion music gives me. When it comes to books, I like reading books for the information. I'm very much like I'll buy a textbook, dude, and like read a textbook just straight. So because of that, I kind of like having my textbooks and like my books in PDF and Kindle format, because then I can like Control F and search for like certain things I've read before. But if I was like reading like fantasy books, I could totally want to have a library, if that makes sense. But I feel you all want to collect those. Versus I only own 2 books, but I'm eagerly waiting. And oh my god, I only own 2 books. I'm eagerly awaiting a comic of the ending of the Final Space, if you know that cartoon. I don't, Roses. Is the name of the cartoon just Final Space? And then here we go. Oh, GM real quick says PS3 for the win. I've got them for the PC too, but I want to listen on the go. Bedtime for me, much love. Have a good one. Oh, I'm sorry, GM. Yeah, I was catching up with everyone. But dude, if you're still watching by any chance, dude, much love to you too. You also have a good one. I hope you have a good rest. And you want to listen on the go, then yeah, I think your best move is to get like a walk-in from like a, what's it called? A thrift store or something then, dude. So, but yeah, GM, I appreciate you stopping by and for all the kind words, and thanks for stopping by, dude. Hell yeah. And what's it called? Professor Hoots, if you're still here, this is your order, dude. Thank you for the support. And yeah, enjoy the extra CD and everything, dude. I'm gonna drop this off in the post office for you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. The post office opens back up tomorrow. So yeah, there you go. Oh, my bad. I didn't show y'all. This is all the orders. This is all like the CD orders from this weekend. So yeah, you're in this bag, Professor Hoots. Yeah, low key, I have like, I guess I can show y'all real quick. This is all the Destroy All Monsters orders. This is all the vinyl. I think it's like, try to guess like 30. And then, oh my God, I hurt my back. And then I have another like what was it, 7, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 7. So yeah, all this is going out Monday. And Professor, I gotta head out. Thanks so much for all the stuff. Wish you the best. Can't wait. Yeah, dude, can't wait for you to get it either, dude. Thanks again for the support, dude. And yeah, catch you around, dude. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. And King says, hell yeah. We were talking about the album cover wall. But Arisu says, all good. Side note, Remember to Save is probably my favorite album to take a chill drive with. Hey, thank you so much, Arisu. I'm glad you like my visceral stuff, dude. Let's go. Yeah, I think I've told this Roses before, or said it on the stream before, but like I always find it interesting what people like more as my visceral stuff or my Groovy Kaiju stuff. Not that it's like there's competition or anything, but what's it called? I don't know, it's just interesting like what people connect to. But I'm so glad to hear you like bump into Aviscerall while you're driving, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, I think I love Remember to Save too. The album came out so good. I'm super stoked on it. But yeah, I listen to it all the time, especially when I come home sleeping and stuff. Or even just, I mean, honestly, I listen to it the most on stream, I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time they pop on, I'm like, hey, these beats are dope. Oh yeah, thank you, Arisu. The Rosa says, yes, it's an Adult Swim cartoon that was going in a pretty cool direction. Okay, finals, so yeah. Wait, wrong channel, I meant adult cartoon. Oh, okay. And Silvia says, speaking of that, I wish I got into Final Space when it was on. I don't understand it much, but I caught it every now and then and it was pretty good. Sick, yeah. When I rewatched the VOD, future me, look into Final Space, the cartoon. Like Final Space, like you're in outer space. But yeah. Silvia says, OGs. Rose says, whoa, yeah. Yeah, I'm super thankful. I'm telling, like, super mega thankful how good the launch has been going for this. Because yeah, that's the big bag was all Monster Tape, so it's still running the free CD thing on top of the launch, and like some people will get the free CD. The whole point of the Monster Tape Zero like free CD thing is that hopefully people will then go and buy like another CD or a vinyl or something. So yeah, so all the people that like, it's always like a very small sliver, but some people are like, no, like Monster Tape Zero was sick. I'm trying to get some more stuff, and yeah, so it's a mix of both Monster Tape Zero from the weekend plus a bunch of people who got like cassette tape CDs of the new launch. So yeah, it's been a busy weekend on top of packing my house. Yeah, I've just been going nonstop. But it's gonna be so much more chill starting like Wednesday. Like Thursday, I cannot wait for Thursday. I'm gonna wake up my new apartment and be like, I'm so chilling. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Rosa says, for Final Space, has an insane backstory of how higher ups treated it too, and the way it got canceled, which is why I'm excited to get a comic that's giving fans closure. Oh yeah, I would want the exact same thing. It's always, I don't know. Again, it's so wild that like just going back to something we talked about in the past, dude, Craig McCracken was only 19 when he made Powerpuff Girls. What happened to the higher ups that were like, yo, you're 19, here's this super dope opportunity. Now it's like every story is like, oh, the higher ups like ruined this thing that people actually really liked. Like that's every story since then. I've like yet to, you know what I mean? Higher ups are weird. What's up with all these bosses, all these decision makers? Why they gotta do us like this? King money? Yeah, probably. But even then, I don't know, sometimes you make decisions that's like, I don't know, like K-pop Demon Hunters isn't that like the greatest thing ever right now in terms of money? And like Sony was like, ugh, who really cares about K-pop? We'll just sell it to Netflix for like two strawberries. And then it goes off to be like, you know what I mean? So it's like, even though it is money, they don't even know what to do with their money. You know, they don't even know what to do with the money. So it's like, dang. But yeah. And Arisu says, Monster Tape Zero was great. Glad I found your Groovy and Aviscerall stuff through it. It worked. Okay, cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that you can confirm, like, yes, that does work. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, Arisu. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you like both of them. You know what I mean? And sick. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Let me, hang out and let me know that. Yeah, because I've been doing this for like a little bit, but it's always like, at any point it could change. Because like keeping it real, Arisu, like I mean, y'all remember, like, when we first started the stream, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of, you know, times is tough. But slowly we've been watching. We got Jermaine. And like I said, when times were good for me musically, I had a money tree and then it died. And then things started going, and now we got Jermaine. And now Jermaine put my whole music career on his back. Now things are starting to look good again. So I made up to Aries because, like, you know, because for a little bit I was like, oh no, is the free CD thing, did it stop working? But you know, you're here to say, like, nah man, you know, that's how I found your stuff. So exactly. I don't know, I'm rambling. But yeah. But I guess to give you some context there, since we're already talking, in like, I think 2022, I had a friend that so this is like I think it's a Chinese money plant, and they gave me one for my birthday. And I was like, okay, cool. And then one of my Aviscerall songs got like on this super huge playlist, like literally a week later. And I was like, it must be the plant. And then I kept good care of the plant. And like money plants last about like 3 years before they like just naturally die because they're like living beings, you know what I mean? That's how long they live. And I just never got another one after it died. And then since then I was like, things are tough. And we were talking about it on stream with everybody. And I was like, you know, maybe it's because I got a new money plant. And I got a new one, and like literally a week later, like things started looking good. So I was like, oh wow. But Rosa says, gotta head out now. Take care, guys. See ya. Catch you around, Roses. Thanks for stopping by as always. And yeah, you know, Rosa, since I know you're always here, so I won't be streaming this week, but the week after, so like not this Tuesday, the one that's coming up, but like next Tuesday, we'll be streaming again. So I'll see you then, if you're free. Take it easy, Roses. But anyways, King says, I gotta stop saying anyways. King says, yeah, true, with the whole money part about like, they do it because of the money, but they don't even know what they're doing with the money, so it's like, why they even do it then? Yeah. And Rosa says, the movie was also sadly interfered with a little, so you got a point with that. This is why supporting art is important. I agree, Roses. I know you left, but 100% agree. That's why like art needs like all kinds of different kinds of support, not just like one big decision maker guy being like, no, I don't think so, produce shareholder value. And Skyr says, it's not a new thing. Adventure Time was originally pitched to Nickelodeon, if I recall correctly. That's wild, Skyr. Because I don't know, when I just think of Adventure Time, I couldn't think Nickelodeon, if that makes sense. Like Adventure Time, Steven Universe, all that like is just so Cartoon Network to me. Like I could see the line from like Ed and Eddie to Adventure Time. I could not see a line from like SpongeBob to Adventure Time, if that makes sense. But even then, that's like a pretty wild line. But you know what I'm trying to say. I could see the line from My Gym Partner as a Monkey to Adventure Time. Do y'all remember that? My gym partner is a monkey. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Skyr says, oh yes, we're talking about that same thing. Yeah, let me know if y'all remember My Gym Partner is a Monkey on Cartoon Network. That was the most random cartoon. That and Camp Lazlo, dude. Yo. I'm kind of stoked that if you think about it, out of all the cartoons, the only one that's like still relevant to this day is Chowder, dude. Like I don't ever see Camp Lazlo memes, but to this day, dude, I still see Chowder memes. The rada rada. It's like funny, like the who won the test of time, you know what I mean? Because like I don't even see Ed and Eddie memes, but like every once in a while I'll see a Chowder meme. Yeah, Chowder is heat, Shibuya for real. Yeah, Ed and Eddie's always my favorite. But yeah. And Sky, yeah, Ed and Eddie. To me, as I get older, the funnier Rolf is, dude. But Ed boys. Oh, dude. This guy both got good meme value, yeah. My favorite is when they put Ed and Eddie noises over Dragon Ball Z fights. That's so comedy, dude. And they put the little, you know, the fucking like chicken noises over Ed and Eddie, like Dragon Ball Z fights. Like when Goku's fighting Cell. Oh, dude, it's Hilarious. I don't know if y'all seen that before, where you like an Instagram reel where they put and then any noises over a Dragon Ball Z fight, and like Goku has Rolf's voice. And Simply Dale says Flapjack was the one show I tried liking, but I couldn't as much. It's funny, Simply Dale, you say that because one of my closest childhood friends, Kevin, when Chowder and Flapjack, I think they came out at the same time. I remember Kevin was like, "Yo, Flapjack is the better one." I was like, "Nah, man, Chowder is heat." And then Flapjack, when I feel like when it was out, was the better cartoon, but Chowder was the slow burn. Like, oh, this is really good. That makes sense. So it's like funny how it all worked out. But yeah, I love the wail from Flapjack. Like he had like the oh baby, don't worry about it, Flapjack. They bullied you. Don't worry about it, baby. Flapjack had like the loving auntie. It's somebody else, yeah. The identity sound effects will withstand the shores of time. Literally, dude. Because there hasn't been anything else ever like that in terms of sound effects and the way they use sound effects. Yeah. Oh, Bubby. Yeah, and Bubby's such a cute name, dude. I should get a cat named Bubby. And Sky says Flapjack was heavily hit or miss depending on the episode. Yeah, that's it. Because remember the episode where they were like, making fun of like medieval doctors? That episode was more creepy than it was funny. And I was like, who likes this? The whole like, ancient medieval doctor one. Like Dr. Barber, the episode about that guy. Because like your doctor happened to also be your barber because it was like they were both considered like surgery back then or something. So they were like kind of making fun of that. That episode was kind of creepy. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure the whale's name was Bubby. That's such a like cute name, dude. I gotta name something Bubby. Bubby. And King says, I think the voice actor also does Cake from Fiona and Cake. Oh, sick. Hell yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. They got a similar vibe to him. I can see that. And Skyer says, actually, I find the creepy episodes were where it was at its best, like the West episode. Shit was a treat. It was, oh my god, Trip. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there were some trippy Flapjack episodes, especially when they do like the face zooms in and close-ups and stuff. That was always like, huh? And Courage was, yeah, Courage was also a trip. I used to watch it as a kid, but at a certain point, I don't know, as I got older, I was like, this is too scary. Courage would scare me from time to time. But Courage also has like hella good meme value. I've seen some pretty good Courage the Cowardly Dog memes. I like how they take like the, like Cartoon Network would do like the bumpers in between shows, and they would just be like whatever, I don't know, someone took like green screened out Courage like dancing. And I love when they put Fetty Wap behind Courage dancing. That shit's so funny to me. Return the slab, Skyer says. Yeah, no, for real. For me, the creepiest one was the one with like the floating hologram head. I don't know why, but I thought that was so creepy as a kid. It's always funny that Courage always uses like it's a computer, like an AI. Yeah, that's ChatGPT. How do I destroy this demon? Pretty much. Courage the Cowardly Dog predicted ChatGPT, if you think about it. Oh. Yeah, I miss old cartoons, dude. we were talking about how simply though, you said you used to play like all the MMOs, right? The Cartoon Network MMOs. I'm still so mad my computer couldn't play those as a kid. The Fall Fusion and stuff. Or Fusion Fall? I said Fall Fusion. Fusion Fall. I missed out, dude. Fusion Fall, dude. I know I missed out. But yeah. But what else did I want to bring up? Oh, we got more cartoons to talk about. What was wild is I saw one of the person. Oh, dude, I haven't been on the search for that same feeling of an MMO, but I can't find it. I know, dude. There was like that era of like online flash game MMO was like can't be recaptured, man. We just gotta admit the fact that we're old. We just gotta admit we just won't have those days again. You know, sometimes you gotta be happy that they have. You gotta happy. What's the phrase? Be happy that it happened. Don't be sad that it's gone. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about flash game MMOs. Be happy that it happened. Don't be sad that it's gone. Oh no, you say it backwards. Don't be sad that it's gone. Be happy that it happened. Yeah. You remember Virtual Magic Kingdom? Yeah, one of these streams we're gonna fucking. Oh, there you go. Thank you, King. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. Yeah. Okay, cool. See, I was over here trying to be Socrates. I fucked it up. Yeah, one of these streams I just gotta make like a whole list and talk about every online MMO. We all gotta like reminisce. But the other things I want to bring up was what was wild is I saw an Instagram reel where one of like the people who that won a Grammy, speaking of like going back to like work, I guess the dude was like a delivery driver, but he like just won a Grammy the day before and like had to clock in like the next day. And he was like, damn bro, I just won a Grammy, here I am still delivering, you know, packages. And I was like, damn. But yeah, be like that, dude. It's like kind of sad that you can be like one of the most accomplished artists of all time and still be doing that, you know what I'm saying? Sky says we gotta bring back Neopets? Dude, yeah, for real. What's hilarious is I have a buddy that actually worked with Neopets to throw like a Neopets party for like Comic-Con or something. Because I guess like somehow they got connected to like someone that worked at marketing at Neopets. And they were like, yo, we want to throw like a San Diego Comic-Con like Neopets party. He got booked as like the promoter for it. So yeah, they had like a Future Funk Neopets party in San Diego one year. And I was like, dude, that's such a fucking cool gig. You know what I mean? That's the most random, but also like the coolest. I would never live that down. I'd be like, bro, put that on my tombstone. Ran a party for a Neopets party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta bring him back. It's sad, but a reality. Yeah, dude, for real. Ichi, me. Yeah, it's one thing that's funny about the Ichi Mafia albums. Me and Nebby really debated, like, okay, how many times can we use the Ichi ni before it gets annoying? And like, how do we sequence the album so it's not just like every song goes Ichi ni, Ichi ni, Ichi ni. You know what I mean? But it's a cool little producer tag, dude. But oh yeah. Basically Deo says it's sad but a reality on the Grammys. I guess Grammys and the MMOs, dude. Both of them. You also I want to bring up did y'all see that Stone's Throw got to work with Google to do like an official like J Dilla celebration for Black History Month. I was like, yo, what? So that was super cool to see. Cause like low-key, I was homies with them. Like I used to work when I was at Google, I used to work across from the people that did the Google Doodle. So like it was a bunch of illustrators and like they just had like giant drawing pads and like their job was just to do Google Doodles. So because like, you know, every country has like, you know, their own, like, you know, when you go to Google sometimes it'll be like, oh my God, like today's the day that we invented, I don't know, chemistry. So it's Chemistry Google Doodle Day, celebrating the guys that made chemistry. Well, they do that for every country. So they had like 5 illustrators on staff that just would like have to draw all these different things all day long for every country. And yeah, I get to sit across from them and they were all super cool. But it was hella funny because like dead ass, when they weren't drawing, they were playing like a PUBG flash game. Like they would dead ass have like PUBG flash game tournaments when they weren't drawing. And I was like, bro, what? Like I'm over here fucking pulling my hair out trying to like write this code and y'all playing PUBG flash game. That shit was comedy. They were really cool though. I like that. I like sitting across from them. None of my coworkers liked them because they're like, why are they so loud? Because they're fucking playing video games all day. And I was like, no, but like I'm like trying to see who's winning, dude. I was like, let them have fun, dude. But Simply Dale said, oh, I didn't see it, but I did see people celebrating Dylan Nujabes. Hell yeah. I mean, oh, this is probably inappropriate, but I'm in silly mode right now. You think Nujabes is invited to the cookout, Simply Dale? What we giving? We're giving Nujabes the thumbs up. The cookout invite. All right, no, for sure. Hell yeah, Simply Dale. Hell yeah. Have him. He gets to DJ the cookout, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd be down. I'm sorry. I don't think there's any doubt in that. No, for real. Yeah. No, he for sure. Yeah, I mean, he worked with Substantial and all that. I'm sure Substantial would be like, yeah, you know, he's invited to the cookout for sure. I don't know. I'm a little silly, dude. I'm getting hungry, so I'm like, just my brain's starting to run on autopilot with the jokes. Oh, that's comedy. But yeah, what sucked though is that when the Google Doodle team, eventually at some point, I think someone cracked down on them like, hey, y'all can't. Oh no, they had to move. That's what happened, is that we used to be in the same building with them and then we moved buildings. And then we couldn't sit next to the Google Doodle team anymore. And I was like, damn. That's such a bummer. So I made good friends with them. Oh wait, are they in the Kaiju Club? I gotta give them Kaiju Club stickers. They aren't. Yeah, I keep the Kaiju Club and the Monster Kingdom stickers exclusive for real. I really do. Be kid them. You gotta be one of us to get them. Which I don't know if that's like a healthy thing, but I don't know. I think it's fun. It's like getting an achievement in Xbox, you know what I mean? But it's a sticker. One of yeah, exactly. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, have you all ever worked next to like, or had someone at work that like just never actually worked? I find it like, I don't know. I'm like, you know, like what does your life got to be like where you can go to work and just not actually work and still get paid? Some people really got it like that, dude. Which I've actually found kind of interesting out here in Phoenix. Sold to a few people, but I don't know, like the LA hustle and grind is like a real thing. But since I always grew up around it, I never realized it was like a thing. But then after moving to Phoenix, I'm like, well, yeah, people out here sometimes just be like, bro, I really am just trying to clock in and I don't give a fuck. Or I don't care afterwards. Subido says, crap, that might be me a little. Like, for sure I do work, but man, I be on my phone a little too much. Hey, no, it's all good. I think it's okay. Like, I'm talking like some people like literally do one thing the entire day that I've seen happen. I think being on your phone's okay. As long as you get the, your assignment tasks done, I'm sure nobody's tripping. But like I've had coworkers that like literally just like hang out all day. Like remember those like old Instagram reels that are like day in the life of like a project manager at Google, back when like they were hiring everyone to do anything at any tech company. Where they're like, yeah, I start my day by getting breakfast, and then I hang out with my friends, then I ride my bike, then I eat some snacks, sit at my desk for 2 minutes, and then I go do this. You know what I mean? So yeah. And somebody else says, my other coworkers though have it so easy right now though because their workload has slowed down by a lot. That makes sense. Yeah, I feel that. Well, that's good. They get to chill for a little bit. That's what's up. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, nah. So they might have got me, y'all, but I got my 23andMe results got updated. Y'all, has anyone here done 23andMe? I mean, they went under. I don't think you can do it anymore. But Arisu says, work's been so slow with the snow and ice lately. Coworkers playing Battlefield in between cars. That's comedy. Yeah. Like the new Battlefield. Like the one with, what's it called? RedSec, right? Where like the like, what are they called? Battle Royale Battlefield? I was playing that for like a hot second with some of my buddies before I was like, let me start going to the gym. But yeah, I got my, it's funny because, this could totally be possible with like genetic stuff, but when I did 23andMe back a while back, and back then it was saying that like I was technically more European than I was African based on my DNA. I told my dad that, and my dad was so pissed. It was hilarious. He was like, "You better ask for your money back. That's not even possible." You know what I mean? But I looked more into it because like my dad was like 100%, you know what I mean, African American, and my mom was like half. So my dad was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. But it could make sense just because, you get DNA from your parents, not in equal amounts. But looking more into it, there'd be lots of people saying that, like, who are African Americans saying like, oh, like, or even like people that, like sometimes I would just read like for people who like weren't European that the data could be off. And like, it's funny because they would leave updates. And every time there's a new update, I'm slowly less and less European, and it's like, wait a minute, actually you might be more African than we thought. It's like, yeah. So it's kind of funny. And oh, Butter, dude, good to see you. How you doing, Butter? I want to do something like that, but hopefully one that doesn't sell my data. Yeah, that's the thing, is a lot of them were just trying to like collect data to essentially sell them to like pharmaceutical companies. Like, that was like this was before I like, I don't know, I used my third eye. I just got it because I thought it'd be fun. Because like no one knows my family. Because a lot of things, none of my family, even my grandma, she's like the European one, and she was like, I don't know. So I was like, well, one of us should figure it out. And Subadeo says, oh yeah, but I guess to finish up with our thing to Butter. Yeah, but it wasn't until the whole like data stuff, I wasn't paying attention. I took it when I was like younger, and then now that I'm like, wait a minute. Now that I know how the internet works, they probably sold my data. And it's like, well, but come to find out they're in bankruptcy right now because no one would want to buy the data because like, this data is worthless. So they have a bunch of data that no one wanted to buy, and that's why they like went under. But Simply Deo says, never took one. I just know that I'm half Jamaican and African American. Oh, that's pretty sick, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, my parents didn't know at all. They were like, you're from Texas. And I was like, but no. I mean, nah. And then one thing that actually was a little bit like a hot take is my dad was like, "You're technically part Cherokee," and I was like, "Really?" But like that's a common thing that you'll hear is that like, you know, even like a lot of like indigenous people will make fun of it, like, "Oh, my grandma's a Cherokee princess." It's like doesn't even make any sense. But come to find out, actually, yeah, there is a lot of like African American people who do have specifically Cherokee in them because of like just, you know, the way everything worked out and stuff like that with all the trading and migration, Great Migration and all that. So I was like, oh shit, my dad might have been right. But so yeah, so we'll see if 23andMe ever one day updates and it's like, yep, actually your dad was right. But Skyer says, I think 23andMe had a data breach and there's an ongoing class action lawsuit. They did, Skyer. I signed up for it because I was like, bro, what? I was like, give me my $12. So I'm technically in it. But because the company went under, I think like the class action lawsuit's like still ongoing, but they had to switch to the buyer company or something. It's weird. I get an email about it like once every few months. And I'm like, am I getting $12 or not? You know what I mean? But Butter says, to be honest, I'm pretty positive I'm in the German area in terms of genetics. Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, so my European is like almost all English. I like beans on my toast apparently. So so yeah. I do like black tea. I'm not gonna lie, my grandma drinks like a gratuitous amount of tea. Like she'll make like a whole like gallon of tea at a time of like black tea, and I always thought that was like so interesting. And now that I know that she's English, I'm like, oh, that's where that's from. You know what I mean? Like, who else be drinking tea like that? In terms of like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's rude to bring it up, but you know, I'm just saying, like, when I think of tea, I think of like tea and crumpets, tea time. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, German's pretty sick though. You got the German engineering, dude. You got Audis, got BMWs. I've been to Berlin too. Berlin's pretty sick. Best pretzel I ever had in my life was in Germany. And Skyer says you joined already. I was just about to bring that up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, I'm already in this, Skyer. Thanks for the heads up though. Hell yeah. And Butter says, I live in the South, so I drink sweet tea by default. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, sweet tea is dank, dude. It's so dank. There's actually like a Texas sweet tea company that just came out here in Arizona. I need to try it out, but it's like mega overpriced. I'm like, dude, it's just sweet tea. So yeah, and it's a lot of sugar too. I've been trying to like slow down on sugar. But I'm sure do they have sugar-free sweet? I don't know, but I feel like sugar-free Southern food is like, that just, I don't think those two things. Like, then are you really having sweet tea if it's sugar-free? I mean, that's, you know, that's like kind of disrespectful to the craft. But at that point, it's like, what are we really doing here? Yeah, exactly. That ain't right. Yeah, exactly. Arisu, not me drinking sweet tea right now. Hell yeah, dude. Butter, sugar-free sweet tea is just tea. But you know what I mean? Like Splenda or something. I don't know. Or like stevia. Some type of like artificial sweetener. You know, the Bee movie. I prefer artificial sweeteners made by man. But yeah, it's just because I've been working out a lot. So, but no. But yeah, it really is. It really is just tea, Butter. That's comedy. Hell yeah. Skyer says, I can't with most sweet tea, especially Lipton. Just tastes like liquid sugar and turns your bones to sponge. I feel it, yeah. I feel it, but that's the thing is I feel like I don't know where you're based out of. I mean, I shipped you the thing, but I don't. Yeah, I forgot already. I'm not gonna lie to these guys. I try not to like jab people's. But anyways, But I feel like in the South, because I low key, what's it called? Motherfucking, I used to have an aunt that lived in Kentucky, and I remember getting sweet tea out there. And Kentucky is technically the South, no? I don't know. I have to look at the map. But yeah, and I remember having sweet tea out there, and like, you know, getting like homemade sweet tea is like different. Like Lipton and stuff, like all that, like, you know, commercialized sweet tea, that's its own thing. But like, when you go to like a restaurant out there and they got like the actual barrels of it, it's like, dude, it hits way different. Like, it is really its own. Like, I mean, it's kind of like a tamales, dude. I know tamales. Like, you know, I know I was talking about how I got those Costco tamales, but then everyone was like, bro, how dare you microwave a tamale, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, when you get them like homemade on like a Christmas morning, oh my God, morning, it's like a whole different experience. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's one of those foods that you kind of have to just like get the real thing. But yeah, Lipton tea, I don't know. Yeah, I agree though. Whenever I've gotten like the Lipton tea mix, yeah, it definitely feels like I'm like something ain't right. Sibley Dale says, made by man. Yeah, I know, dude, that's just so comedy. This guy says, that's why I said most. Oh yeah, you're right, you got me. That's all me, my bad. Because yeah, the homemade stuff is so much better. Yeah, exactly. You spitting. My bad. That's all me. I read it too fast. But yeah. Oh yeah, but so I found out 23andMe, I'm mostly British. And then what else did it say? Yeah, it said mostly British, and then after that it said I was West African, particularly Nigerian and Ghanaian. And I was like, hell yeah. I gotta eat jollof rice one day, dude. I want to go to Ghana hella bad, dude, because I don't know, I watched a lot of videos of like what it's like to do tourism in Ghana. Like, I show speed was just out there. Looks like a fun time, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I need to never buy these little dinosaur party bags ever again. They're so hard to like keep going. Yeah, Sky, mostly British. Yeah, on my European side. It was like traces of like everything else. Of like all the other stuff. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull it up, that's why I say stuff. Like 3% South German and Austrian out of all my British, but everything else was like British. Did it say what part of Ireland? Or, I said Ireland. Where'd it go? Here it is. It said Lancashire in West Yorkshire. I don't know where that is. I'll look at it. I don't know. At some point, I'll pull up a map. But yeah. So that happened. And then, yeah. Yeah, what else I want to bring up? My bad, I'm looking through did I ever tell you about the time I went snowboarding with my little brother, dude? I took him snowboarding and like, I don't know what happened, but pretty much I'm like a big believer when you do snowboarding for the first time, you should just get lessons, like only for your first time. Cause like trying to teach someone how to snowboard, it's like really tough. Cause it's like a really weird concept. Cause like essentially you're just like sliding down a hill on a piece of wood. So like learning how to stop, like you kind of want to have someone like for real teach you how to stop. Girls are just gonna like barrel through it, right? And so I had my brother take lessons, and he like recently like, you know, had his health thing happen. So like he used to be mega ripped And then like because of all the health stuff, he kind of like put on weight to like, you know, while he was like recovering and stuff like that. So he was kind of in a weird state where he was like, damn, literally like just 6 months ago, I was like super fit, and now I'm trying to like snowboard, and it's just like my body just feels way different. You know what I mean? Butter says it looks deceitfully easy. Exactly. Yeah, it's super hard. But I don't know how my brother did this, but I remember like I went, dropped him off to get his lesson. I went up, did a single run by myself, and I came back, and dude, he like sliced his hand on the snowboard. So like, how is that even possible? He's like, I don't know. I just grabbed it, and even the instructor was like, how did you do that? You know what I mean? We're all like, how did you slice your hand open, man? He's like, I don't know. This is what happened. And then he was like, I want to go back to the car. I was like, yeah, you can. And I felt bad. And he just like spent the rest of the snowboard day just in the car on his phone while we like finish up the day. Somebody else, oh, yeah. I had never seen that happen before. And even the instructor was like, how, dude? But yeah, and it was funny though, because on the way over, I was like, you know, snowboarding back over, and I was like, I don't know, I'm a big brother, so I was like, he got hurt, I'm gonna go check this out. He's being a baby. And then I caught an edge and just like fell so hard on my chest, dude. Like as I was having these like, you know, just kind of like thoughts, I like instantly just karma, before I even said anything, just instantly got me. And I just like knocked the wind out of myself, and I was like, before I could even go make fun of my brother, it gave me pre-karma. Yeah, absolute karma Lamau, yeah. But yo, Ranchero, dude. Been listening to Monster Tape. How you doing, dog? Thanks for stopping by. Been listening to Monster Tape 0 every day on the way back and going to work. Love the album. Hey, thank you so much, dude. I'm glad to hear that, you know, you're feeling the album. Thanks for grabbing it again. And I'm glad to hear it's been like a sick thing to listen to on the way to work and stuff on your commutes. Thanks for checking out. Thanks for letting me know. And how's your Sunday, dude? If you got a second. But Butter says, pizza french fries. Yeah, for skiing, dude. I've actually never tried skiing. I've only ever done snowboarding, but yeah, I know like the whole like, you know, you do pizza for slowing down on skiing and like french fries to go fast. That's sick. But yeah, like y'all will know that things are going good when I'm like, hey, look, might have to stream from a cabin because I'm taking a week to go snowboarding. That's when we really made it. Is when I can just snowboard. Y'all remember Snowboard Kids from the Nintendo 64? Snowboard Kid. I'm trying to be like that, dude. But Butter says I can only see South Park. Yeah, no, true. Yeah, the South Park episode's like a classic. But it's funny because yeah, that's actually like, you know, that's actually how it works. If I'm not mistaken. What's cool too is during that whole time as well, that's my brother. Low-key, the first ever, I'm not mistaken, the first ever US show Macross ever played. I was there and I took my brother. It's funny because he doesn't even like really like Future Funk, but I'm like, bro, you do not understand. You're actually seeing like vaporwave history right now. And he was like, you know, it's okay. He was like, whatever. But yeah, I remember when Macross dropped You Look So Good. I have a video of me being like, Jordan, I got goosebumps. Like as soon as he dropped it, I was like, I wanna be with you. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, dude, it was dope. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, their first US show was at the Novo in the US in LA. It was Vantage, Macross, and who else was there? Vantage, Macross, Young Bay, I think, closed it, and someone else was there. I forgot. But it might have just been those three actually, now I think about it. But yeah, what was hella funny though, is I remember Vantage was playing a set and like Macross. Oh, Night Tempo was there too, duh. It was Night Tempo, Vantage, Macross, Young Bay. But I remember like Night Tempo and Macross came out during Vantage's set and like hyped him up like, oh, and like one of them like pressed restart on the CDJ on accident. And Vantage was just like, bro. He's like, why did you know what I mean? You know the one meme of the dog just looking to the sunset, just like Vantage pulled one of those. Yeah, exactly. Because he pretty much at that point had to start his entire set over. They were only like 5 minutes in, but it was just kind of like filler more than anything. But yeah, that show was super sick. Hey, what else I want to bring up with y'all? And one thing I've been thinking about a lot too is I used to play a lot of I think I mentioned it before, but before I did my whole like show in downtown LA, they used to run every month. Before that, we used to play shows in like another city called Santa Ana. And like looking back on it, those shows are pretty cool too. In fact, there's this guy on Instagram named Mr. Joestar, and they have a bunch of vaporwave tattoos, and they have like this super sick Groovy Godzilla tattoo on their arm. I'm always like, dude, I gotta get a matching tattoo with him. He's more about it than I am, dude. That's crazy. One of these days, I don't know. I think I have to ask him, like, yo, can I post this in the Kaiju Club? I don't think I've ever actually shared it. But yeah, but we follow each other on Instagram, and I'm always like, dude, he really has that tattoo. Every time I'm like, yo. But Butter says, I've never been to a set where you're allowed on stage. I've only been in San Holo, Nightmare and Snails, and Sullivan King. Oh yeah. Yeah, most venues wouldn't allow you to be on stage, dude. But some, like, very rarely will they. Like, I know Terragram Ballroom, I think it's called, in LA. Like, if you know a guy, you can get on stage. And there's a place in SF called Rickshaw Stop where they let everyone get on stage. Like, literally, like, if you watch the SF Yoitoki shows, it'll be like 20 people on stage dancing around the DJ. It's pretty hilarious. And like to handle that, they like put on like so much globs of tape on all the gear so nothing like shakes off the table. Because, you know, people go up there kind of drunk and like bump into the table, so they like bolted the table into the stage. So like, it's pretty funny. But they're just kind of like, hey, just to let you know, people that come to our venue expect to be able to do this. So like, you know, just be wary of that. So I remember when I played my set and I was like, dude, if I lose power on my iPad, it like messes up everything. So I remember I got the surge protector and just like, just with tape, just so like it couldn't come unplugged. And yeah, there was a moment though where I was like, oh, here we go. And thankfully, like, the dude like barely dodged my, you know, like glob of tape. But those are some sick artists to see though, Butter. San Holo is super sick. I have lots of friends that have seen them live and they're like, yo, it's super sick, you know, like super dope live. And Butter says, all I can see is someone going up and accidentally pressing the power button. Yeah, pretty much. That's like the vibe of it. Is that like at all moments you kind of have to be like ready for like someone to accidentally do that. But I guess it hasn't happened yet. And they just got like the guardian angel at that venue to prevent that from happening. Even though people run up on stage and stuff. And Pink Blitz, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Love the music that you do. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for listening and thanks for checking it out. You know what I mean? I super appreciate it. How's your Sunday, Pink Blitz? Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, I'm more into pre-existential era. I feel it. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, those are some good times. Or good tunes. My bad. I'm half looking at some of my. I used to have like a cheat sheet of stuff I wanted to talk about, so I'm just looking through that. I'm like, well, which one I want to bring up next? That'd be most fun. But Pink Blitz says, my Sunday's going good. How about yours? It's going good. Yeah, just hanging out, just packing orders from the new Aviscerall Monsters launch. And yeah, just hanging out. Thanks for asking. I was at the gym earlier today, and that was really cool. And yeah, mostly just chilling for the most part. Dun, 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 dun. Also, another random thing is, I don't know if this is weird to bring up, but what was interesting back when they were giving out like COVID vaccines, I love going to see all the different I'll talk about this in a little bit, but people ask what inspired you to make this genre of music, if you don't mind me asking. Oh yeah, you can ask me anything, I'm so chilling. But what inspired me to make this music? I don't know, I was like a really big fan of it. So like to make like I guess more vaporwave and future funk stuff, I've always just liked remixes. It's a lot of different things. So one, my dad grew up is like 100% like from Compton, like during the 80s. So like I got really into hip hop through my dad and soul music in particular. My dad was like he was a really musical dude. Like he knew all kinds of like deep cut soul songs and stuff like that. So he got me into that kind of soul stuff, and I got into like remixed music in general because I've always just preferred that. I've always just liked going on Bandcamp and finding like, I don't know, like chiptune edits of like Wu-Tang songs and stuff like that. Because I've always just found it more interesting. And where I got really deep into it is because I would make a lot of like skate videos with my friends growing up. And because of the YouTube Content ID, I found out that if I just used a remix or a cover, the Content ID wouldn't catch the song. So I would just find like covers and like remixes or like low-key Bandcamp music so I can upload my skate videos on YouTube without getting like any music troubles and stuff like that. And it just eventually developed a taste for it. And then so when Future Funk came around, I was like, oh, this is sick. It's like, you know, and I'm really into anime. So it's all like, you know, anime, Japanese soul music that then got remixed. So it was like the perfect mix of a bunch of different things that I'd been listening to, both from like my own life, my own nerdiness and anime love, plus this random thing I had to do for skate videos that all came together into like this one genre almost. And I was like, oh, I should make stuff like that. I love this. I should make stuff like this too. And I was already making hip hop beats at the time. And yeah, I started playing around with it, mostly inspired by like St. Pepsi and Macross and stuff. And then yeah, now here we are. Here we are, 16, no, not 16. I'm gonna say 10 years later, a decade later, Pink Blitz, a whole decade later. So yeah, 10 years later. 10 years later. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for asking. Brother says making remixes sounds fun, but then I get in my head it'll get copyrighted for the dumbest thing. Oh yeah, it definitely will get copyrighted for the dumbest thing. But yeah, but that's just part of the what you gotta do, you know what I mean? You could always like, now there's like so many different like services for like clearing samples and stuff like that. So if you want to do like remixes, you can always just upload them to YouTube, and like Content ID isn't always gonna like, you know, completely stop you. So you can always just upload it to YouTube and you know, let the original sample guy or original artist claim all the royalties on it. Because if you're just getting started, like that's like the last of your concerns, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't stress about it too much. But yeah, if that's what you want to try, Butter, I say go for it. Making remixes is so much fun. And Pink Blitz says, oh, okay, I love that for you. Hey, thank you, Pink. I hope you continue to grow as an artist. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, same. I mean, same here. No, but for just stopping by, Pink Blitz. Thanks for sending the kind words. I appreciate it. But yeah, what I was gonna say was one thing that I thought that was like super cool and like interesting is that like oh, actually it's a video. I mean, what I was gonna bring up is dumb. So whenever there's dead air, I'll bring it up. This video says, what would you classify as a remix, like between mashup and edits? Yes, video. So that's the thing. Honestly, we got to come together as a community and figure that out, because I feel like I don't know. It's like, is a sample a remix? I feel like that the term is just too vague. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a remix if like you want. And here's the thing: is that I don't think no one wants to admit. I think the point of a remix isn't to like usually just. I mean, what am I trying to say here? I think the actual reason why someone makes a remix is because they want to like mix their brand with another artist's brand. So you put both names on top of a song that's already doing good. You know what I mean? To like double the audience. Because keeping it real, like what's the difference between like every hip hop song, you know what I mean, that samples and a remix? Because like some remixes will sound nothing like the original and be considered a remix, and some remixes will add one kick drum and be a remix. You know what I mean? So like the artistic, like I don't think we can really define remixes in terms of like artistically what's happening, because it's like it's too vague. And like I guess a mashup, I would say, has to maybe be like 2 or 3 more songs for it to be a mashup. You know what I mean? Like it'd have to be like I don't know, at least 3 songs were pulled from to make a mashup. But even then, like you could have a sample of multiple things. Yeah. And then an edit, I think an edit's the same as a remix. Or an edit, I think it's the same as a remix, but I think an edit leans even more heavily on I just added a kick drum to it, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I'm not saying edits are that simple. Like I make live edits, but to keep it real, most of my live edits is like 10% of what I would normally do to a song. So it's like some very light mixing, add a kick drum, and maybe some chops, maybe. You know what I mean? And maybe some like little hats and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, so I think it's all very subjective, but at the end of the day, I think the point of a remix is to combine like 2 audiences. So like when Pink Panthers releases a remix album, it's really like them trying to attach Pink Panthers to a bunch of other artists' brand, and vice versa. A bunch of artists are trying to be attached to Pink Panthers' music. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I think really is going on here. So yeah, but Pink Blitz says, how do you feel about Jersey Club music? I love Jersey Club, honestly. I don't listen to like a lot of it all the time or anything, but I love looking up like some of my like favorite, like, I don't know, theme songs and being like Jersey Club remix to see what pops up. That's always like a really fun thing to look into. Like there's a really, like it falls apart after a while, but there's a really good Persona 5 Jersey Club remix that I like a lot. So yeah. But like it starts off really good, but then the song kind of falls apart as they start adding more and more chops to it. But the beginning is like, yo, if that makes any sense. So yeah, and I love it when songs have like Jersey Club switch ups in them. Like there's even so a lot of what I'll do for a lot of my live edits is I'll add like little like Jersey Club breakdowns, I call them, where it'll be like a boom, 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 like a nice little dance track. And then it'd be like build up, and then like boom, 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 boom. And so you take out all the other layers and just like keep the main melody and just boom, boom. But like those, I love those breakdowns. And then you like build it back into like a normal like dance beat. I don't know, it's cool. See, so I like using elements of Jersey Club and listening to songs with elements. There's even like an artist I mentioned them before, but Della XOZ has like a Midwest emo like rock post-hardcore song where it goes into a build up. So it's like and then like there's a part where like kind of the guitar goes away and it's just like, you know, basic drums and a Jersey Club kick while they're singing on top, and then it goes back into like a Midwest emo song. It's pretty crazy. So yeah. Ichi. But Butter says pop music sounds like pop music Lamau. I guess it depends on how much and what is edited for the Jersey Club. Yeah, exactly. Or just in general. But yeah, but I do feel you on that. Like a lot of pop music does kind of sound like it was formulaically made to be popular, if that makes sense. Which I guess is the point of pop music. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's called popular music. But Simply Adele says, all right, I want to try doing more mashups myself, and would always wonder what I was doing. Sometimes were edits or remixes. Yeah, honestly, Simply Adele, I don't think the edit or the remix police are going to come to you and be like, no. Well, I mean, I don't know, some people got nothing else better to do on the internet, but you know, I'm trying to say I wouldn't trip about it too much. I think as long as you're putting stuff out there that, like, you know, you believe in, and like, you know, you are giving credit where you can for whatever thing you're doing, I think you'll be all right, man. I'm excited to hear whatever you do, though. When you do it, send it over to me. I'm trying to hear it. I know that. So yeah. And Pink Blitz says, Lamau, yes, the first 20 seconds will determine if it's a good song or not. Hell yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I think intros in music are kind of like slept on. Like whenever I hear a song with a bad intro, but the song is good, I'm like, no, dude, if you should have made the intro better. This song would have been so much. I could put so many more people on if this intro was better. Or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, the first 20 seconds in a song is super important. I agree. And Bruno, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? Yo, you gotta drop my Sub-Zero on Spotify, please. It's all I need. I feel it, Bruno. Well, thanks for checking out my Sub-Zero. I'm glad you like it. But I'm sorry, Bruno. But the reason why it's not on Spotify, I mentioned it before, but it's because I originally made my Sub-Zero in like 2021. So it was like about a year after Doom passed. But I made it specifically because I started a thing called the Kaiju Club. And it's like a little like free email fan club thing. And I made it for them to be like, hey, thank you so much for this. Because before Groovy Kaiju, I was like Groovy Godzilla. So I had people that had been listening to my music for like a long time. So I was like, this album, I want you to have it. Like exclusively y'all to have it. So I made the album for that. And then at some point though, I was like, you know what? How about I just make it available to, because like what I realized is that like people weren't joining like for example, like a lot of people might be listening to my stuff on Bandcamp, but they're like, I wouldn't say they want to join the Kaiju Club. But then it became like this, like you had to be in the Kaiju Club to know about the album. So I was like, well, there's a lot of people that like my stuff on Bandcamp and Spotify already that might still like the album and want to be a part of the Kaiju Club, but they just don't know about it, if that makes sense. So I was like, okay, I'll at least make it available for anyone to grab it. But I made the album originally for like the long time super fans, if that makes sense. Well, not super fans, but you know, like people that have been rocking with me since like 2014. Literally since 2014. So I want to make it for them. So that's why it's not on Spotify. If Spotify had a feature where I could put up like real fans only, that makes sense, or like the real supporters only, or what do you want to call them? The real ones only, I would totally would, but Spotify doesn't have that feature, so that's why it is the way it is, Bruno. I'm sorry. But the CD does come with downloads, almost a YouTube video, and MP3s, so if any of those work for you. But yeah. That and like another reason why I want to keep it physical too was just because a lot of my favorite city pop albums, like Tatsudo Yamashita, they also, if I said that right, they also don't put their music on Spotify. And because of that, I've always had like a more special listening experience listening to Tatsudo. So I was like, yeah, let me just make one album that's a little more special. I mean, just one. I'm technically working on Monster 1 now, and that's gonna be the same deal. But you know what I mean, like out of my entire catalog, no, just one or two. One or two of everything else shouldn't be too bad. So yeah. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, Bruno, if you're still watching. But thanks for asking, though. I appreciate you wanting to, you know what I mean? And also, too, you can take the MP3s. Actually, Simply Dale taught me this. You can just take the MP3s and like import them into Spotify. You just listen to them on your phone just directly. That works for you, too. So yeah, I know it's like extra steps. That's kind of annoying, but what I'm trying to say? So yeah. But yeah, thanks again, Simply Dale. I appreciate it. And Butter says, I heard a line from Porter Robinson that when people send him a song and demos they made to him to listen to, he doesn't listen to them because they take time to try and see if you even like them. Okay, I gotta think about this, Butter. I heard a line from Porter. Yeah. I heard a line from Porter Robinson that when people send him songs and demos they made to him. Hey, thank you, Draven.
New merch order from Draven.
I appreciate it, Draven. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it right now. Yeah, thank you, Draven. For real, thank you. He doesn't listen to them because they take time to try and see if you even like them. So he's saying that, like, is Porter Robinson saying, like, people try to use his taste to see if they like them as a person? Or just like, yeah. Or is it more just like they're wasting Porter Robinson's time because, like, they don't necessarily trust themselves? Okay, so Butter's saying, oh, I see what they're saying. Yeah, Butter's trying to say that, like, people will try to make music specifically for Porter Robinson's taste when Porter Robinson's like, no, don't do that. Make music because it's truly coming from you and what your taste is, which I would agree with 100%. I think the music you make should only really be coming from you. And if I may, the only asterisk I'll add to that is to the people who already enjoy the stuff you're putting out. Because I do think there is value in being like, yo, you guys already like Groovy Kaiju. What do you think we should do next? You know what I mean? Because not even that I'm going to be like, oh, well, they said this, so I'm going to do that every time. It's more just like, you know, the people that understand what you're doing can give you good ideas to, like, make it better for everyone, including yourself. Deadass. Because, like, remember we were all hanging out talking about the Groovy going to virtual world to beat AI? I wouldn't have thought that deep about it. You know, I mean, I got the whole, I wrote it all down. It's in my notes. I'm ready to execute an idea that we came up with together here. You know what I mean? So, because everyone here gets it. You know, we all get it. We understand what's happening here. So because of that, I think it's good. But to Porter Robinson's point, yeah, I think you shouldn't do that. That would be like a recipe for disaster. And Porter Robinson's doing him a solid low key by being like, no, make stuff for you, not me. But yeah, Bruno says, slept on, bro, stay fire. Hey, thank you. You stay fire as well, Bruno. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you understanding and, like, you know, keeping it real, dude. I appreciate it. And Arisu says, oh man, I'm hunting for physical copies of Tatsuko stuff right now. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I like using Discogs. Discogs has some pretty good Tatsuko stuff on there. I bought 4U from Discogs. But they have, like, services where they'll send someone in Japan to, like, go to Tower Records for you, buy the thing, and then ship it to you. So yeah, so you can look into one of those as well. They tend to be a little bit more pricey, but and the music in general in Japan costs a lot. Like, they still, like, CDs are still popular out there, and they still sell for like $20 USD per CD out there. So it is a little bit on the pricier side, but I mean, it's worth it though, dude. For You is such a banging album. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I have, like, Sun Shower on CD too, by Takeo Inuki. Takeo, I don't know how you say it, but yeah, Takeo Inuki. So yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all, we're like crushing through these orders, thankfully. We got like a few left. I mean, I actually have a bunch more I gotta print out, but these are all like the Destroy All Monsters ones. I want to do these right now, so everyone in the Kaiju Club, speaking of the Kaiju Club, Bruno, would know. Oh yeah, mine's going to the post office on Monday. For sure. Boom, boom. But yeah, what else do I want to bring up? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Also, what was kind of sick is I think my 30th birthday was kind of the best birthday I ever had. I don't know if I mentioned that to y'all. But I had some homies take me to Medieval Times for my birthday, and they gave me like a king crown. That was pretty sick. Medieval Times kind of was a good time, dude. Not sponsored, but kind of had a blast, ain't gonna lie. But yeah, because I was like just reminiscing on one of my birthdays, dude. I went to I was super hyped. It was me and Abby. We were about to like go do a bunch of stuff, and then my car broke down on the way to get like lunch for my birthday. I was so pissed. And come to find out, all that happened is that like a fuse blew, and it like completely ruined everything. It was like a 1 cent fuse, and I couldn't figure it out till that night because I had to like do all this other stuff. And I was like, bruh. I was like, how did my car ruin my birthday? It was when I had the Integra too. I was like, Integra, why? Yeah, did y'all have how was your most recent birthday? Anyone have like a good recent birthday? Because it's kind of trippy how like birthdays kind of like, some birthdays are kind of dang, some birthdays aren't, you know what I mean? I was going to the Super Bowl too. Oh, Seahawks won, dude. Superchat, Seahawks won, let's go. Hey, 29-13, dude, they kind of smacked them. They kind of gave them a smackdown. But hell yeah. Shouts out to Seattle. Shouts out to everybody in Seattle. I print this out. Dun, 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 dun. Also, the day I said for their birthday, they saw 2 Corvettes next to each other. And hibachi. My birthday, super good. Yeah, dude, I need to do more hibachi, dude. Deadass, I've only been to hibachi a handful of times. I remember going as a kid, like, this is the coolest thing that's ever been invented ever. And then as an adult, I'm like, nah, man, I'd rather just get some good food. I don't need this show. I want you to just give me what's it called? I just need you to give me some dank Chinese food. Like, in fact, give me bad service, because I know if the service is bad and y'all are still open, that means the food must be that good. You know what I mean? So yeah. But no, dude, that's sick with hibachi though. I gotta get on my hibachi game. And, but yeah, oh yeah, dude, the plays that were happening, I should have put some money down to do some sports betting. But I feel it. But I'm glad to hear that it was a good Super Bowl. At least there was some excitement that it might come back. I know maybe they heard me say that the Super Bowl was rigged, and they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta pretend like it's not real quick." But yeah, Butter says on my 18th, my grandma got me this super expensive sea salt caramel cheesecake. Oh, that's so sick, dude. That sounds so good. I miss cheese. I'm lactose now, Butter. I miss cheesecake so much. In fact, the few things my dad taught me how to make was cheesecake. Like how to make like a random, like super easy no-bake cheesecake. And my dad teaching me, he's like, yeah, this is the family recipe. No-bake cheesecake. It's just cream cheese and like condensed milk. That's really all it is. You blend it. But yeah. But that's what's funny though is NetNavi also is lactose, and they just don't like cheese. And what's funny is he would tell me that his mom would always forget the fact that he was lactose and didn't like cheese, and they would buy him cheesecake for his birthday. And they'd be like, bro, it's my birthday. Why'd you buy a cheesecake? And she was like, oh shit, I forgot. I was like, damn. Like, oh, but yeah. Tuideo says, oh, now Olympics on too. Hey, hell yeah. Yeah, the Winter Olympics, right? Speaking of snowboarding. Dude, have you heard of what's it called? If they are doing snowboarding Olympics, Tuideo, you should look up Zeb Powell. He's like my favorite snowboarder if he's in this year. I don't know if he is, but yeah, Zeb is super sick. He also got he also has dreadlocks. A super cool guy. I think Zeb Powell is younger than me, but I want to be Zeb Powell when I grow up, dude. That makes sense. He just like goes from state to state, snowboarding 24/7, hanging out. listening to Fetty Wap. I'm like, bro, you're living the life. But Simply Dale says, that's on my grocery list is to buy cheesecake for myself. Hell yeah. Dude, I hope you enjoy it, man. Because, yeah, enjoy that cheesecake for me, dude, because I wish I could. And Butter says, I heard that if you drink 1 glass of milk a day, your tolerance for dairy gets better. Yeah, Butter, I'd have to, like, have a good month to myself where I don't have to leave the house, though, because I would, like, literally just live on the toilet, dude. I'm not going to lie to you, for, like, a minute. But I heard the same thing, though. I think we were talking about it once, about how this YouTube video, like, kind of proving through a bunch of scientific papers that, like, you can just, like, spam milk and, like, get over it. Just, you know, get good. Just make your body accept the milk, and eventually it will. But yeah, but then you gotta like deal with the consequences. And somebody says Lamau, that just sucks. Yeah, for like the birthday cheesecake and heavy. Yeah, when they told me that, I was like, damn. Yeah, my thing is, I'm not allergic. The only thing I think I'm allergic to is buttercream frosting. So I also have to get like a special birthday cake in that. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know what I'm allergic to, but like whenever I eat buttercream frosting, like it makes my mouth feel kind of fuzzy if I eat too much of it. So whenever there's like a birthday, I have to get whipped cream frosting, or else I'll like my mouth gets all like, it feels like I'm chewing on like dandelions or something. And it's like I don't know. It just makes my mouth feel really funny. And somebody says, sadly though, I think I am slowly becoming lactose intolerant. My stomach does backflips after eating ice cream recently. Oh yeah, that might be it. Yeah. Yeah, Simply Dale, you probably already are, but you know, to Butter's point, you probably just keep spamming through it, that your body's just like, yeah, we just deal with it. So, Simply Dale, you have to keep eating ice cream because I stopped for a little bit, and that's what fucked me up. That's what fucked me up, is I stopped for a little bit, and then when I tried to go back into eating ice cream, it was over. So, I think you gotta just deal with it, dog. And if it starts getting like really hurt, then I say just let it go. It's over. Rip. It's GG's. But yeah, so just keep spamming it, because once you let go of it, dude, it's gone forever. That makes sense, Simply Dale. Because I was the same as you, dude. And how you'll also know, Simply Dale? But shit. Well, I mean, is that a pun? I'm messing with you, but no, but that was the same boat. Like, also, Simply Dale, if you feel like you're bloated all the time, it's probably the milk. Because I was like, why am I bloated every single day of my life? And when I stopped drinking milk, I was like, oh, it's because I was lactose intolerant. That's why my stomach was always kind of like bulging out, like it felt like I had air in it. So yeah, so just throwing that out there too. If you get to that point, either stay bloated or call it GG's. And Butter says, get good, get milk, Lamau. Yeah, no, literally. And Butter says, if I was lactose, my second would be red velvet. Oh yeah, red velvet cake is hella dank, dude.
New merch order from Dale.
Hey, thank you, Dale. I appreciate it. If you're watching, let me know. I'll pack it right now if you are. And somebody else says, oof, yeah, that might be a sign for like the buttercream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I was telling my girlfriend the same thing, and she was like, you might be allergic. Because that's what happens to me when I eat avocados. And yeah, she's allergic to avocados. I'm like, damn, that's a tragedy. That's the actual tragedy. But yeah. And then, what's it called? Oh yeah. Skyer says 9 out of 10 people suffer from lactose intolerance, and then there's that one freak that enjoys it. Yeah, yeah. Skyer. That's funny, dude. It's a funny way to put it, dude. There's that one freak that enjoys it. But yeah. What else is going on? y'all have any opinions on? Oh, Butter says, how many of the 9 are lactose but eat it anyways, Lamau? Yeah, I think a lot of lactose people just deal with it because you can get dairy pills. Oh, that's something you can look into too. Simply Deo is lactose intolerance pills to see if those help. But again, I think once you start trying to like treat the lactose intolerance, I think you start to lose it. So I'd say just keep barreling through it until like you hit a point where you're like, I'm bloated all the time. So that's when it's like rip. But yeah, I have a lot of buddies that are lactose and they just keep dairy pills on them at all times because you can get at Costco for like 10 cents each and just enjoy a whole pizza. But I don't know, for me, I've noticed that like my stomach still just is like, it's kind of like, I don't know, if you like told a kid, like if you clean your room, I'll give you candy, you know what I mean? And they're like, you know, I'm like, fine. That's how my stomach feels whenever I take a dairy pill. It's like, okay, I guess. I'm still gonna have a fit though, you know what I mean? But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Sick. Also, y'all, I think we will do low-key. I know it's a little sudden, but I could smell my girlfriend made salmon, and she just texted me that she made a salmon bowl for me, and I'm so hungry. So I think we're gonna call it here. That's cool. Plus it's about 3 hours. Like there's only like 8 more minutes. Simply Dale, it's time. I know, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna write Christian's name on this real quick. But yeah. So here's where it gets a little confusing. I mean it's not confusing, but next week no streams. I'm sorry, I gotta move. But you will next time we see each other, I will be in a completely different room. I won't have carpet anymore, dude. I'll be on hardwood floor. So that's kind of crazy, right? No eat stream butter? Yeah, honestly, I've tried butter to eat on stream, and like honestly, I just because I'm doing a lot of talking, and like I can't like. It was kind of I rewatched the VOD, and it was just me going like. You know what I mean? It wasn't a. It was really it didn't sound good. I feel like, and I also didn't feel good trying to like chew and talk. But I do, you know, in my new place, I keep saying it to people. I really want to set up a camera in my kitchen so we can do like a cooking stream or something. Because that would be so sick. But yeah. So next week, now is it solid hardwood with the creaking? It's actually like fake hardwood. So it's like, I think it's like a sheet of like, in like vinyl flooring. You know what I mean, you'll see. You'll see in about like 7 days. But yeah. So it's not like actual, but yeah, it's like a vinyl flooring thing. But what's it called? So yeah, so no stream next week because I'm moving everything in here into a new apartment. And I'm gonna reset up the camera and everything. And then yeah. And Butter says, yeah, I gotta get ready for bed anyway. So once the stream ends, I'm gonna get ready. Okay, cool, sick. But yeah, but I guess we're ending right now. But yeah, so no stream next week, but on next Tuesday, we're going to be streaming on Tuesday, Sundays until I have the time to build like the Friday stream idea. But so yeah, so see y'all on Tuesday. I guess I'll give you the actual date. Hey Bruno, night brother. Have a splendid one. You have a splendid one too, Bruno. I appreciate you stopping by again. So yeah, next stream will be February 17th at same old 5 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, and we got to make a thumbnail. Maybe I'll just grab a vinyl and be like, oh, because I made the vinyl last chance. Wait, where are we at? Hey. All right, y'all. Well, see y'all in about a week. I will be moving, and I hope y'all have a good time. Catch you around Simply Dale, catch you around Butter, catch you around Skyer, catch you around Bruno, catch you around Pink Blitz. Catch you around. I'm just looking through the chat real quick. So if I don't say your name, I'm sorry. It's just because you weren't on the Arisu. If you're still watching, catch you around. And yeah, Rampage. Oh, Rampage! You've been watching. Okay, cool, sick. Catch you around, Rampage. Good to see you. So yeah, see y'all on February 17th, and then we'll just Tuesday, Sundays going forward. But yeah, I gotta move next week. Okay, let me just stop saying the same thing over and over. I'll catch you around. I appreciate y'all so much. And yeah, have a nice week, y'all. Catch you around soon. See you soon. 07, Mega Air Soup.